Peter.
And
I'm seeing a whole new side of you.
and so then he hasn't contacted her since then. It was just like one of those things where like,
Well, how could someone harass Nicole?
Yeah.
that's what because she's well, at least was shyer back
Be
then.
like harassing a gerbil.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Great compliment.
Like,
yeah.
no, this cute little thing just like in the corner, a little kid comes by, he's like, yeah, gerbil. Start poking it.
Not what I would have gone with.
Yeah.
Okay. I hamster maybe.
That's funny.
Hamster.
And then there was this.
Thank you.
I'm thinking gerbil. I'm thinking she's going up his ass.
I was. No.
She said gerbil and
What's that actor? Richard
Related
Gere.
to
Richard, save that for Richard Gere. How the fuck did that
Richard
rumor
Gere.
even get started? That's like Marilyn Manson getting ribs removed to suck his dick. This isn't a rumor, is it? This actually happened.
No, it didn't.
Oh,
It's an urban legend.
I don't think it would still work either way.
gerbil in the
No.
ass or sucking your own dick.
Sucking your own dick.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's see. Remember, like back in the 90s, that
It doesn't
Eugene
work.
knows.
Yeah,
He's got
we
like
all tried
notebooks
it.
full of the experiments and stuff,
No,
all
I-
the failed attempts.
I tried to get bendy for a while.
Yeah, you gotta stretch.
Well, it's like there were all those things in the 90s, all those urban legends, like Gwen Stefani getting a pint of semen pumped out of her stomach.
I thought that was Lil Kim.
I don't remember that rumor.
Okay, it was Gwen Stefani. I was in middle school.
It was Lil Kim when I was in middle school, so that's like 10 years after you.
So that's so it's yeah. It just passed on. Now like no one fucking believes anything, and it was like you wear black, you were a Satanist.
Well, yeah, because there's
people
Snopes
believe
now.
in antain-vaxxing. What are you
That's
talking
true.
about?
People will
Believe
believe
that the
it.
world
Okay.
is flat. I mean,
Yeah,
people
people-
are presumably
People
like,
believe that hemp can cure cancer.
Yeah, it's like people are smarter than they ever been, but also dumber than
Dumber.
they ever
So
been.
much dumber.
So that's
Too
where
much.
we are in
Yeah.
2019.
Too much information. Literally anyone, as long as you sound convinced. And we've talked about this when I said I want to be a fucking cult leader. Because if you sound convincing enough, people will listen to you. And you know that because I pull that shit on you all the time. Micah.
Huh?
Like, it's really not that hard. You just have to sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about. And people are just like, yeah, that sounds good. I believe you.
So it's all about the
Don't.
confidence.
Yeah, don't believe
And you
me
have to talk
ever.
loud.
You have to be
You have
really
to talk
loud.
very loud, and repeat yourself, like the way the Macho Man talks.
No, it literally only makes sense that the Earth is flat. How can the Earth be a sphere? Like, you can't see the curve when you're staring at the sky. You could be in the highest building and you can't see it. Does that make sense to anyone else? No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not. There's no way that the Earth is a globe. It's
Yeah.
flat.
Do you guys think the Earth's flat? That was pretty convincing.
you gotta sound like you know what you're
You
talking
know the
about.
moon's a hologram,
You sure
right?
sounded like you knew what you were talking about. You almost had me convinced.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's right. You just
yes.
gotta be really, really convincing. And that is how I start my
Okay.
cult.
Stick to your guns.
That's it. Yeah. Facts.
that's
Fuck
good.
it.
There you go.
Fuck a fact.
Facts.
Fuck a fact.
it.
Fuck a fact. Fuck a fact, Jack. Fuck, I'm gonna go listen to what's his nuts from InfoWars now.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah, doesn't he sell man pills?
He does.
God.
Fucking
His
Virility
before, his
pills.
before and after picture with those virility, the virile, what was it? Military. What was the soap I told you about? You and I had a conversation about that. The
yes, yeah, I remember.
tactical
that.
soap.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, it's tactical soap. Look it up. It's a real thing. Well, he took the picture with the newspaper, and he's standing there shirtless and shit. Alex Jones. And
Yeah,
then the
there
next
you go.
picture, it's a newspaper from like a couple weeks later. All it is he shaved his body hair and went tanning.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Arn Anderson taught wrestlers at a very young age that fat looks better brown.
Like a turkey.
Yeah, turkey.
Such a word, delicious.
When you get the raw turkey, you're like, oh god, this turkey looks so fat and gross, and when it comes out, it's all slender and svelte
Fuck.
and just ready to be-
Overcooked. White turkey.
Please
White.
don't fuck a turkey.
Who, wait, what?
Don't fuck a turkey.
I
Yeah.
want to know. A duck, I can't promise. Walking around with their little tails. La, 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 la. All right, guys. I want you to picture this, okay? It's 1986.
The year of my birth.
Yeah, okay, there you go. See, you're already on board. LA becomes overrun with mutant glam bands. They become mutants due to like a mixture of hairspray and lipstick. Yeah, I know that's kind of like Batman 89, but just stay with me, all right? This is 86. This is before 89, all right? All right. The only people that could stop these mutants are an alcoholic band manager played by George Wendt. That's, Norm from Cheers. All right. A groupie, actress by the name of Brink Stevens.
Oh.
Yeah, there's going to be tits in this. And Mr. T, who's a street tough cab driver. And to lead them all into battle, Diamond David Lee Roth, baby. But what's the name of this movie going to be? I haven't come up with one yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're the Terror Trio. My name's Micah.
I'm Eugene.
I'm Drew.
And that's Peter. What's up, man?
Hey, Micah, how are you, bud?
Yeah, that's my hot opener.
That
All
was
right.
it.
So so
Energy.
for next week, I want you guys I want you two to come up with a name for this movie that I'm pitching, and we're gonna make it happen.
I already forgot what's going on. I got
All we need
I got
is
lost in the numbers
Yeah.
in the year.
Norm from Cheers, Brink Stevens, Mr. T, and Diamond David.
You
Lee
mentioned a
Roth.
band.
Why don't you just
and
call it On the
mentioned-
Brink or something?
Peter won.
Thank you.
There you go.
Peter won.
Phew, that was easy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the program. It's episode
The
51.
program. Listening to your Thursday programs.
Thanks, Drew.
Yeah.
Guys, joining us in the studio is Peter. I'm gonna get it right. Joining us in the studio is Peter. How you doing, man?
It's great to be back. I just want to say, I appreciate you guys having me on, and it's an honor always to be here. And my name is Peter Vulo.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
It's not. I'm at a point now where I just kind of fuck with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah. Peter's going to be on here. We're going to be talking about the season 7 of Thursday Night Terrors, where he runs a monthly cult horror film gimmick, which is just a fucking blast.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
For someone who attends 99% of them, I feel like you could better describe what it
No.
is,
That's all I
but-
got, man.
Fuck, all right, dude.
The summary.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much got it down. So, yeah, okay. Seasons did you want me to do news first, or did you have news?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
man.
You looked at me like I was supposed to be doing something.
I just looked at you.
Although it's great that like Drew's doing Drew's news. What happened? How did it become Drew's news?
I don't know.
I got sick of doing it.
So
Why?
he tossed me his notebook, and then they said Drew's News instead of Blue's.
Isn't
Clues,
your
and then-
personality like inherently part of the news?
I don't know. Maybe. Kind of. I mean, I'm a big fan of Huey Lewis and the news.
Who is it?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not hot on them. I guess.
You don't like
Yeah.
Huey Lewis and the
It's not that I don't like them. It's that I would literally never go out of my way to listen to
We
them.
saw Huey Lewis on the news live, and it was like one of the greatest nights of my life. And like Drew was just like, they were okay.
Eh,
I like that one cover they did. They played Dancing in the Moonlight.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
wonderful.
That was fun. It was very lovely.
And I forgot the guy's name, but he actually came on stage. He was like hanging out with them and sang the song with them. Original like guy that did it. But yeah, you want to do these?
All right, I guess. Whoa, bro.
Drew's news.
Fucking hate you guys. All right, so we are sure the internet will blow up over this, but Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer will drop soon. Yeah, that popped up on my phone today, and I'm like, count
like
the
100
ways like I
times.
I didn't
give a
see
shit.
that.
It
I didn't
just
see that at all.
So this is news to you?
Yeah.
I didn't get the notification until like 6:30.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
calling it
wasn't really looking.
Afterbirth or something.
Afterlife might as well be.
I'm
Might-
excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we need more Ghostbusters movies. Months ago, we covered In Fabric, a film by Peter Strickland, and A24 Studios will finally be released in theaters December 6th and on demand December 10th. So here's my thing. What is the point of, like, doing these releases where it's, like, in theaters and then on demand 2 seconds later?
It's an indie film. It's very low budget and all, so I think it's just like select theaters.
I get that part.
You want to see movies in the theater, but
Yeah,
I know what
maybe.
you mean. It's like what happened recently with The Irishman. Right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it went from having to pay to go to a movie theater and then just like right to Netflix, which like people like my sister went and she was just like, I wish I would have known that it was going to be on Netflix because I would not have paid to see it.
So we had real quick. It's not horror, obviously, but we had The Irishman. We still do at
Yeah.
the Eastern Hills, and it was like the line stretching from the auditorium like all the way out the lobby and outside,
Really?
like hundreds of people per show.
What?
Like it calmed down like once it hit Netflix, but it was like pure madness. And Eastern Hills is usually a massive mausoleum,
Yes.
but like it was like there was actually people there, you know, which is unusual.
Interesting.
Yeah, and also regarding the day and date thing, and it might also be like a technicality. Like let's say the movie wants to get nominated for an Academy Award or something.
That's true.
You have to play on certain screens in certain cities for X amount of time in order to get like nominated, like L.A. or New York or whatever. I'm not sure. I doubt in Fabric, but maybe they want to try to do that.
Maybe.
You know, so who knows?
I mean, also what they were talking about before, because obviously the future is like streaming and everything else, but
Yeah.
there's still people like me. Like I'd much rather go see a movie in a movie theater.
Yeah,
than
that's
sit down and
fair.
watch
Sure.
it on my TV.
Yeah.
Which is why they've been talking about this model for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Where movies were going to come out in limited release in the theaters, just for people like who want to see it in the movie theaters,
Yeah.
and then like a day or two or a week later, it'll premiere on video on demand, or it might premiere in the theaters and on video on demand on the same day.
Yeah.
And then let people just make their choice what they want to do.
That's
I honestly
interesting.
think the way that The Irishman did it was perfect.
Yeah.
It came out like 3 weeks before it debuted on.
Maybe not even
Not
that
even.
long. Not
It
here.
wasn't even
In
that
other
long.
cities it did, but here it was like maybe a few days. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
seriously, yeah. My sister saw it the night of my birthday party, and then it came out on Netflix like last week. So yeah, it was like a week and a half within.
Did anybody know it was going to be released on Netflix that soon?
I don't.
Yeah, it was a
Oh, did
Netflix
they?
movie,
Really?
so I think it was part of the promo thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? This is on fucking Netflix now?
Yeah, I would love at least like solid week window, like before it's on streaming. You know what I mean? I don't need a whole lot of time, but if it's a movie I want to see, like I'm going to see it quickly. Obviously,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. You kind of know right away.
That's it. Like, and and I get that because especially like, I don't like going to the movies a lot, and when I do go, I don't want to waste it on something that I'm like, that looks like I'm not going to want to spend money on it in the theater. So like, I do like the model where, it does that, but then like it's on streaming or whatever, but not so long after that I totally forgot about the movie anyway. So like something that I was once interested in seeing, there's so many things that I've seen. I'm like, I'm never going to watch that in theaters. I'd like to see it someday, but I will never even remember close to the movie title ever again.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting more choosy about what I go see. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Back on this A24 movie, do you know anything about it, Pete?
Yeah, I know it's about a haunted dress or something like that. Right?
It looks it kind of has that like Argento Lynch look. So
Why would you like
looks-
either of those things?
Okay,
It makes no sense that you would be excited for that.
listen, man. Yeah, I fucking hate Suspiria, but I like everything else.
Well, wait. Oh, you weren't here for the David Lynch conversation. Never mind.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
No, I wasn't. You were
Lynch is horror.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is, and Lost Highway is totally horror.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So wow, we can in agreement on that then.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Did you guys talk about the lighthouse? I mean, it's A24 and horror, so that's related.
Eugene saw it and he had talked about it a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Okay.
Did you?
I did.
How'd you like it?
Well,
Eugene's face, so just looking over like
I just want to hear what his.
So it was me, Nicole, and a couple of friends. We went to go see it in theaters, and I was with it for, I don't know, the first hour or whatever, halfway through the movie, and then the whole crew that I went with started to get drowsy. I don't know if it was like a carbon monoxide leak, but the latter half of that movie, like I was fighting to stay awake. Like
Really?
it was super difficult.
I
And
almost
not that
took
I was
a drew nap in the movie.
well, and I usually don't do that. Like, if I pay for this movie, I'm gonna I have to complete it. But it was fine. I guess it was fine. I don't know if the aspect ratio was really did anything for the movie. You know how it's like a small square.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really helped the movie at all.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of movie where if you call it horror and like regular horror fans go see it, they're gonna fucking hate it. I think.
Definitely not horror.
No, it's like an art house movie, you know what I mean? And that's what A24 does. Instead of just calling it an art house movie and dumping it in like one or two little theaters, they
Yeah.
try to make it like it's this big mainstream thing. And then it's not really, it saves all its horror for like little quick flashes. And like for a big ending, it's like The Shining at a lighthouse,
Yeah.
but like maybe a 10th as like interesting, I'd say.
For like the first, I don't know, You know what? I appreciated it a lot only because like Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, who fucking impressed me.
Yeah, but they're just drunk and mumbling and like,
a
there was,
basically.
but
That actually sounds pretty awesome.
Hmm?
That sounds awesome.
No, I mean it was like a 2-person play, and then then it started getting to the weird shit, but that was like later in the movie because didn't like the one like fuck a mermaid or something.
yes, yeah, and you see the mermaid vagina, a flash of it.
Yeah,
But like, if a movie's gonna go weird, I want it to go weird up to 11, not these cute little like hints at being weird. Like, oh, here's a little weirdness, and now we're gonna go back to the boring stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's just we're sitting at the table.
I'm with you there. Kostas
Wasn't
Fias.
this from the guy who did
Oh,
the
Closest Fiesta.
It was. Yeah, Robert Eggers. Robert Eggers. Yeah, but when the good stuff came, it was worth it. I felt like when the horror
Witch hit
comes,
hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
But with the Lighthouse,
Oh, yeah.
dude, the
Oh, yeah.
bloody apple coughing
Yeah,
up
that
thing,
was
Black
fucking
Phillip,
insane.
even
Oh
just
my
Black
God.
Phillip being in that movie was like fantastic.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And it was
And
extremely...
wasn't and then it was like Hot Witch, and then she turned into Hag Witch. That was cool.
Mhm.
Even that, still love the scene of like Satan talking to the girl. That whole like, would you want to live deliciously?
Oh yeah.
To me, it makes
amazing.
it makes the
even
rest of the
just
movie
the
worth
very
it.
end of the movie
Yeah.
where she's just they're all naked floating.
Yeah,
in the sky,
I don't really like the floating thing, but it's still better than the entirety of the Lighthouse, in my opinion. It sucks to say, but it's like, it gets kind of obnoxious, and I'm a guy who loves all kinds of artsy fartsy movies, and everything, but it gets a little obnoxious. Like, why? It's like a chore to sit
if
through
it's
it.
too much for PV,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
it's like
want it.
it's like a slog. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh, why am I doing this to myself? You know what I mean? And then we went and got Mighty Taco and like insomnia cookies afterwards, just to like, we were all so drained.
You took like a break, got Mighty Taco, came back, and it's like the same scene.
Yikes!
Eggers, his next film is going to be a Viking revenge movie.
Okay.
So I'm kind of that's all we know about it, but I'm kind of interested in that.
I Spit on Your Grave meets Headhunter.
Okay.
Is that what somebody called it?
Okay.
No, I'm just guessing. I'm just kind of throwing two things out there and hoping that they stick.
Didn't Nicholas Winding Refn do a Viking movie called Valhalla or something like that?
Who was in that one?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like such a made up name.
How was it?
Oh, I thought maybe Eugene had seen it. I haven't seen it.
Played Hannibal
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in the TV series.
Yeah. It's the director of Drive and Neon Demon and stuff.
Yes. I like Drive.
Oh, me too.
I do not like Neon Demon.
Neon Demon, I keep hearing bad things about it.
It's growing on me. Like, I didn't.
It's growing on you?
Yeah, I
How
didn't.
many times do you have to watch a movie for it to grow on you?
Well, no, I've only seen it once, but after time, it like marinates
it's
a
one
little
of
bit.
those things?
That's fair.
Yeah, and it's like a better Suspiria remake than the Suspiria
Couldn't
remake.
get past Keanu Reeves being a dick. That was weird.
He's not really in it a lot. Wait, you saw it?
Yeah, I hated it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was very fucking forgettable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was there like a tiger in a room at one point or some shit?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When did this come out?
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
When did you see it?
You fell asleep.
Fair. Kind of what I do.
Sounds about right.
Finger guns.
Valhalla Rising.
Yeah, Valhalla Rising.
Okay, it's on Netflix. It's been my queue for like 10 years.
I always forget that I
Yeah.
have a Netflix queue. Somewhere out there, I have a Netflix queue.
Yeah,
Because I've always put stuff like in there going like, oh fuck, you haven't watched this. I don't
but now it's called My List.
Yes, yeah, my list. Yeah, I don't know what's on there. All right, speaking of Netflix, the talented Maya Hawke has signed on to return to Stranger Things in season 4 as Robin Buckley. Her and Steve drugged up. Yeah, we know.
Oh yeah,
Robin
that's the best fucking scene. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that shit.
Oh, in the
It's so
bathroom and
great.
stuff.
Wait,
Yeah,
oh my god,
yeah.
she's
Great.
phenomenal.
Yeah, she's super
Yeah.
great.
Especially with such talented parents. It's nice to see how that like kind of like she's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Oh, the chick that played the lesbian?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
You really got to the essence.
You really,
You really got to the essence of
I
the
mean-
character.
She was in the hell was she in recently? She was one of the Manson family members in
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yep. I had the same response the first time I saw it, and now I'm having it again. Like, I totally forgot that I saw that movie and she was in it.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. Well, Jesus fucking Christ,
Shit,
Micah.
everything today.
Mike
that's fine.
Flanagan was interviewed recently and stated that Blumhouse originally contacted him first to reboot the Halloween franchise. He is very happy they never followed up after 3 days of brainstorming. The best thing he could come up with was having an actress portray Loomis. Huh?
Yeah, Blumhouse, I guess Flanagan was the first one they went to, and we're just like, hey, we want to do Halloween. We want you to reboot it. And he was just like, oh, fuck. And he was like scrambling like different notes and shit like that. The only fucking thing he came up with, he presented to Blumhouse was like, so we're going to have a girl play Loomis. And they were just like, well, that's it. Yeah. And they were like, all right. And then it just kind of went back into, this was around the time when he did Hush. Yeah. So he went on to do Hush instead. And thank God, because I just rebooting it sounds, we've done that, we've been there.
Yeah.
So I like the whole where the direction Halloween's taking now, where it's a direct sequel, direct story from fucking the first one.
Yeah, and I feel like Flanagan is a little better when the story has
Ghost.
Well, no, more emotional weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Very touch and go, right? For me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They'll have a good movie, they'll have a bad series.
Yeah. See, I liked Hush, Gerald's Game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
I heard also that he has a pitch for Nightmare on Elm Street. I
Yes.
didn't read anything about it, but
Yeah, he was one of the first ones that presented his pitch to
Thank you.
the Craven's estate.
yeah.
Is Freddy Krueger going to be a woman too now?
Some burnt
Frederica.
titties.
Fuck that dude.
Burnt titties.
Some burnt titties.
Oh my
crispy,
God.
crispy titties.
Yikes.
Crispy titty.
Yeah, crispy.
1986 Spookies is out on Blu-ray. Vinegar Syndrome is releasing this with 2 covers to choose from and is loaded with special features. Vinegar Syndrome also released Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yes.
You
Got
pre-ordered both of
I
them?
got them both. I've been waiting.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Maybe the T-Rex that like so bad it's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say it's on the level. A lot of people love Troll 2. It's to me, it's not my favorite. So bad it's good. So I'd say it's probably a little higher above Troll 2. My favorite so bad it's good movie is Miami Connection, probably. So it's not quite at the level of Miami Connection.
Spookies is another one where it's so
Spookies
bad.
is great.
It's so bad, it's so good. The practical effects in that are just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like every scene there's like some
Every
kind of
fucking
crazy
scene.
monster. in it.
I just remember like watching that as a little kid at my neighbor's house, and it's the practical effects in there, all like the changing and the
Yeah.
like when stuff is like pulsating, everything's
I
slimy.
love it.
That just fucked me up, man. I couldn't handle that. It was like that, and the movie Basket Case fucked me up as a kid.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I was so excited. One of the former managers at Easton Hills was like, "Yo, I brought in a thing of tapes for you, VHS, a tote of VHS." So I was digging through them. It was mostly like regular stuff, but then I found Spookies among the tapes,
Oh my
and I was
God.
so excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
VH, like the original Spook. I'm like, holy fuck, Spookies, you know.
Nice,
So I
nice.
was super excited. It's like a rare VHS to find. So I was super excited about it.
Have you seen Spookies?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's fart monsters, Drew. That's like
Yeah.
the funniest scene.
Wait, I think I'm lying then. I think I have seen it.
See, you remember
Eugene,
the
you seen
toots?
this?
I don't think I have. That was one of the movies that whenever I would walk through the video aisle, the horror section, I would always walk past because I didn't like the box art.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I didn't like the box art.
What?
It's probably gonna suck and it has a shitty title. So.
The box art is fantastic.
I don't remember the box art.
That's outrageous, Eugene.
I always walked by Contamination because I didn't like the box art.
That's another. If that's the Italian ripoff of Alien,
Yes.
that's fantastic. That movie.
Oh yeah. I mean, I appreciate it now that I've watched it recently. But as a kid, I would just like look at the box art and like, I don't want to fucking watch this.
I can't think of any movies that I skipped over because of the box art.
Yeah, I like that box art, man.
I wasn't a fan. And plus, I thought it was
Dude, that's
I
like
mean, the font of the movie
It's
is great.
basically subspecies.
yeah. That's a blonde with like tits that are about to pop out. That's awesome.
yeah.
But I think Spookies is a good terrorist candidate, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Say that again.
I think Spookies is a good terrorist candidate, if you ask me.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, I just pre-read this next one and I'm feeling table smack angry right now.
Ooh,
Yes.
oh, let's go.
Elizabeth Banks to direct and star in The Invisible Woman. Now, I want to say something real fucking quick. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Let her go.
Fuck you. Elizabeth Banks.
She'll tire herself out.
You are a goddamn piece of shit. And I
Whoa.
fucking hate saying that because I loved Elizabeth Banks. But after this fucking Charlie's Angels shit and her bitching about women-led, people just don't want to pay for it and people don't want to give money. No, stop giving us fucking movies we don't want. Literally, nobody asked for another Charlie's Angels movie. Nobody. Especially if they're fucking Kristen Stewart in it and you expect me,
Yuck
just
City.
because I'm a woman, to give you, a woman, my money. I didn't fucking ask for this bullshit. And now same with this shit. I don't want to see The Invisible Woman. I don't want to fucking see it.
I don't know. How
Give
that
me
makes
something
sense.
new.
We have an Invisible Man movie coming out.
Yeah, why would you, like, wow, way to really show them. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, what? And then she's just saying that, like, all these Marvel movies don't count because they're male driven. But, like, I don't feel like Captain Marvel is male driven. I don't think that Black Widow is going to be male driven. Like, just because it's a comic book thing doesn't make it inherently masculine. So I don't. Exactly. Wonder Woman was fucking tits, and that had nothing to do with men. Like, I just hate her right now so much because
Weren't all those characters created by men?
yeah, she's seriously, yeah, but so what? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're male characters. Like, I don't feel defeminized by any means just because they're male characters. They're still strong female leads. It doesn't matter who makes them. They're still out there for you for that. And I just don't understand how you can take something that's actually like a problem with, like, just, you know, how much harder women have to work in the entertainment industry in most cases and things like that, and act like it's applying to you when you're not looking at the big picture. No one fucking cares. I don't want to see this Invisible Woman movie. I'm not even going to watch the motherfucking trailer. Like, seriously.
Wow.
Fucking seriously.
Wait for it to come out on VOD.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm not even.
Are you
I
even
will
gonna
not.
steal it?
Nope. I won't even fucking steal it.
Wow.
I will do exactly like Charlie's Angels and pretend it never fucking happened.
Wow.
Ever.
Savage.
Ever.
There we go.
Shit, man. We at least like illegally streamed Jeepers Creepers 3.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that guy's a pedophile.
Yeah. But I actually had a fucking
Yikes.
interest in his movie.
But it's, you know, so how do you know what you want until you see it? You know what I mean? Like,
I think you can kind of gauge at how well it did last time. Like, with the Charlie's Angels movies, after the third one, people were like,
there was a
no.
third.
no, there was
There's
there?
only two.
The two, that's
Okay,
right.
I was
No, you're
worried.
right.
Wow, we all
Yeah.
forgot culturally.
So bad. Drew made
That's
up.
right.
Drew made up
Yeah.
another
No,
sequel.
no, no.
Mandela
She's going
effect.
for the turkey.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But no, like, the second one, the, like, significant drop from the first
sure.
one as to how many people cared. So, like, you kind of look at that and don't sit there and think, well, maybe I can do better. Like, no, people didn't want that. And they clearly wanted it the first time. Like, it did fantastic. And that's why they made it a second time. And after that, people are like, okay, maybe not. So don't just think because it's been a decade, that means that it's okay to do it again. Especially throwing Kristen Stewart into it. You know that nobody likes her.
No one likes her.
No one
She
likes
is a
her.
critical darling. She's been in a bunch of super
Yeah.
highly acclaimed movies since Twilight.
I know.
Yeah.
I get that.
Like,
I get that. but still,
She
no one likes her.
literally has. And that's
Yeah.
fine. But that doesn't mean
Like
anyone
Criterion
likes
Collection fancy.
But-
Clouds of Sils Maria.
her. No, but that's the thing. Those are the kind of movies that people are like, that are interested in her, are interested in
Right.
seeing.
Exactly.
The
Sure.
populace that Elizabeth Banks is trying to cater to. No.
Nobody's
No.
Well, now she's trying to make a comeback like Robert Pattinson's doing it because he did the same. He's been doing the same types of movies.
Yeah, and
also.
he's doing great.
Yeah.
High Life was a
Now he's
fantastic
fucking
movie.
Batman.
And now he's Batman. It's the same thing with Kristen Stewart. Like, she's
Do we
flying
ask for
under the
that?
radar.
Nobody asked for that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Nobody
it's-
asked for
Drew,
that.
you're absolutely right. No one's asking for any of this shit.
No.
But yet they're giving us this shit.
Although, as much as I hate Kristen Stewart, there's a movie coming out. It's a horror movie called Underwater.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's like Alien underwater.
Yeah,
Alien
but-
underwater. Yeah,
Nope.
I saw the trailer.
I saw the trailer.
Dr. Sleep.
It looked decent.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I'll never
But
see it.
again,
also-
my disdain for Kristen Stewart is probably going to keep me from watching it.
Yeah.
For me, it just looked too much like Alien. That's probably
That's
the
what it was.
whole reason I didn't want to see it. I'm like, oh, I already seen
Plus,
Alien.
she,
Let's
like,
go.
She looks like fucking Tank Girl in it. Like, what's going on there?
She's like Tank Girl and fucking Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, they're
Does
trying to give her like the skinny tough girl vibe.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm so fucking over this
she's
shit.
just a terrible actress.
But yeah, so Elizabeth Banks, thanks for another fucking movie I don't want. So anyway, all right, bringing it back for Micah. Picture it, 1986. Okay.
Drew, that's my hot open. Cold open.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have to sit through that again, Drew.
Thank God.
That's how much I was paying attention.
God is
I didn't even
good.
realize.
I'm trying to have a little fun here.
No fun for Micah.
Whatever.
On the brink.
It's a no fun zone.
All right.
Yeah, fucking clearly.
On the break.
Is it going to be spelled BRINKE?
You know it.
All right.
You
I like
know
it. On the Brink, starring Diamond David Lee Roth, Mr. T, Norm. We're just calling him Norm.
Who asked for that?
And you're typecasting Mr. T. He already played a tough guy cab driver.
Who's going to do it again?
DC Cab.
Hey, he's going to fucking... How many people know about DC Cab? Come on, man.
A lot of people know it.
Yeah. Look, we're gearing towards a new generation of fans here, all
A new
right?
generation with Diamond David Lee Roth, Mr. T, Frank Stevens,
New
Norm from
generation.
Cheers.
All relevant.
generation.
Very relevant.
Dude, they're going to love
All
it.
right.
These kids are going to eat this shit up.
You
Okay.
put it on
Have
Disney
you been
Plus.
paying attention to his wrestling for the past few months? He thinks that that's what people want, just to see the oldies come back.
But isn't that like been the thing though, where with trying to revitalize these franchises, wheeling out the original stars,
Yeah.
like Linda Hamilton,
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, and Jamie Lee Curtis and stuff.
Yeah.
That's for
and-
like reboots, remakes, or downright sequels to old IPs. Not a
Right.
brand new idea for.
I'm just saying that like that's what the
What would
the
you
studios
rather
have been
see?
trying to do.
Would you rather see Charlie's Angels or On the Brink?
Ooh.
I'd rather take a nap, dude.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
I tell you what, I'll pay for On the Brink and sleep through it.
Wow.
I'll pay for On the Brink.
It's high
Yeah, but
praise.
you're not even
It's
going
high
to
praise.
sleep like on purpose. It's just going to happen. Your head's going to go back and you're just going to be like, I'm just going to rest my eyes here for a
She
minute.
sleeps like 3 hours a night.
Yeah, give me a fucking break, bro.
Jeez.
Her new thing now is like napping, but she naps so long and so hard that like when it's time to actually go to bed, she's like, "Ooh, hey, tick-a-tick-a-doo-doo."
Yeah, I don't see Drew doing that.
Yeah,
No, she's like, I'm like, go to sleep. She's like, I can't.
I just pictured Drew doing like taxidermy at like
Taxidermy
like
people.
4 a.m. I didn't say what, but
It's none of your business.
just wild up on an espresso and like making
I
weird oddities.
wish
You
that
know,
Espresso had any sort of.
I found all these
affection.
bones, Michael. Look. Yeah.
I really like his Drew impression. I found all these bones, Michael. Look.
Hey, I found
And Micah's like, "That's great, babe.
There you go.
That's great, babe."
Babe. Oh my god. So Thursday
Yeah, I got a
night
bump.
terrors.
My smile.
There
And
we
we're
go.
back. Are you guys good?
Good.
Yeah. So Thursday night terrors.
Great segue.
Good shit. What a season.
It was something.
It
This
definitely was
is actually
something.
probably one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think this lineup was incredible.
Oh,
We started with August 22nd, right?
Yeah.
Day
Mhm.
after my birthday. That was such a nice birthday present that you got for me with basket case.
Yes.
I try to keep you guys in mind as often as I can.
I mean, I'm looking forward to next year for my birthday to see what you're going to bring us.
so August. Okay. All right.
Now, for those of you that aren't in the area and know what Thursday Night Terrors is, look this up, follow on social media and stuff like that, and fly to Buffalo, drive to Buffalo, road trip and anything, because this is such a good fucking time. It's
Oh.
it's an absolute blast, and you always sell the theater out, except
Yeah.
for maybe some of the. I think
Almost always.
recently it was almost sold out. I saw a few empty seats with.
Which
Yeah.
way overperformed.
Yeah.
Yeah, way overperformed.
It did. I was very
Yikes.
shocked by the amount of
Yeah, me
people that
too.
were there. That's great. How did the 9:30 show do?
Like very well for a 9:30 show. Like
Really?
shockingly.
That's surprising.
And you gave Demon Wind to a lot of new fans, or people that just have never seen
Sure.
Demon Wind before.
I mean, that was incredible. Who hasn't seen the movie before?
Oh, so many people.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Peter is a very, very good host, where he starts off Thursday Night Terrors with like an introduction to the movie, and that was part of it. That was just wonderful, seeing everyone raise their
Yeah.
hands at haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
And that's when I feel like gulp, you know, like
Yeah. This is gonna be
yeah.
a tough one
Do you,
to
do you
sell.
get nervous about it?
For sure. I definitely, for the lesser known movies, I'm always afraid that no one's going to show up and, you know, that everyone's going to hate it. I think it's important to still have like a certain level of, you know, like hunger to like, keep you modest and humble, really work to get people there and excited about it. Like as soon as you go on autopilot, like you're fucked, you know, you got to stay on the grind all the time. You know what I mean? Because if you ever just coast on shit, then it's over, you know? So I always am like, oh gosh, you know, it's going to be a fucking bomb. You know what I mean? And then when it's like, it performs like Demon, I'm like, maybe I should stop worrying so much, and then I just get back to worrying a lot again.
I've been doing it for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So I mean, you already have, you know, pretty much like a rabid following.
Sure.
Like, there's a core group of, I want to say maybe like 20, 30.
Yeah, I would say.
That will never miss a show.
Yeah. Almost pretty much every screening.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can see what you're saying though.
Yeah, but you never want to take that for granted. You don't want to take it for granted. That's when you lose it. You know what I mean?
One of the things that I look forward to is that with every Thursday Night Terrors lineup is I want to see what movie you program in there that I've never seen before.
Yeah. Which one was it this season? Was it the Demon Wind, or had you seen it already?
I've seen Demon Wind.
Oh wow.
I watched that the Joe Bob Briggs.
Oh, I forgot that he played that.
Yeah.
Weird choice for him.
I don't think there's everything
Wow.
this season.
What came after? Now, what did you have after A Basket Case for September?
Demons 2.
Yes.
The sequel to Lamberto Bava's original Demons.
Yes.
He was in Toronto actually this weekend, Lamberto Bava, and like the cast of Demons and everything.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Greta was up there. It was like a convention.
Was the pimp there?
I'm not sure if he was there.
I mean, that guy could be dead for all I know.
Yeah,
right?
but Tony the Pimp is great, man.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
And also the workout guy, the gym teacher,
He became
the
a
gym guy.
personal trainer.
The Eugene.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Eugene.
Where are they now?
Eugene in that one.
On the Terror Trio.
I love his in Demons 2 where he's the personal trainer just walking around pumping everyone up in this apartment complex, which is so weird that it's like a full fitness center that's packed. And I absolutely love like what people used to wear to the gym in the 80s, or at least what it was portrayed on TV.
Like Death Spa and stuff.
Oh my God. The outfits in Death Spa.
Yes. You know the original name of that movie?
What?
It's a literal, the name of that movie of Death Spa was going to be Witch Bitch. Like witches and WITCH. Witch Bitch.
Why?
No.
Yeah, that's what
like
I
Hocus Pocus Witch. Like Hocus Pocus Witch. Sabrina.
My brain went to Hocus Pocus Witch, but like, why?
Because I guess the gym's computer system is haunted by like the witch
his ex
or something like that. I forget the exact plot. But
it was the owner's
I'm glad they didn't call it.
I am
Witch
too.
Bitch,
I feel like it wouldn't be like, I would be less.
I'm more interested in seeing a death spa rather than Witch Bitch.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would pass it a lot more frequently if it were called Witch Bitch.
I saw Death Spa when I was really little, and I feel like I got away with it because it was called Death Spa. If Bitch was in the title, I probably wouldn't have been allowed to watch that. Yeah.
There's one scene in the movie that I don't want to like talk about in case I do end up screening it, because I always like to have a little chestnut that surprises people. But there's a scene in that movie that involves food. That involves like a vegetable that I love so much.
Oh God!
You know, almost like the scene in Pieces with the knife.
Yes. Oh, Pieces.
Was Pieces also the one? No, Pieces wasn't the one with the TV. He threw it.
Oh, that was Nightmare City.
Nightmare City.
Yeah, my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, those Italians.
Another one, yeah.
But like for the lesser known movies that you screen at Terrors, I feel like the first one that you did was Pieces, like the first really like low key one. And I feel like that one kind of set the tone for the shitty ones after that, because instead of it not doing well, the entire atmosphere of the theater made that movie so good.
Yeah.
So fucking good. Like because that was the first time I had seen it, and I could not have sat there and watched it alone.
Yeah.
I couldn't have, but like everyone, just the laughing, and then it was like Rocky Horror.
I was just gonna say that it felt like Rocky Horror.
It was so good, and everyone was into it, and everyone just all the parts that were like, "What? Oh God!" Like it was just like that was, and I think that kind of helps, like especially all of us, whenever anybody that was at that show talks about it, that's all we talk about is how great it was as like a group coming together and making fun of this shit fuck amazing movie. And so like that, I mean, when we all, whenever there's a new one coming out, we're all like, oh my God, you guys, like, it's the best time or whatever. So I think that kind of makes people like hypes people up
like
for
a
it
word
too.
of mouth type of thing. Yeah. I mean, my favorite, like I usually sit across from you and Micah.
Yeah,
at the
I know
theater.
you throw shit at me.
Yeah, well, because I want you to make sure you're awake, but make sure you're conscious still. But I always
say for the
Fucking
first
pet a sleeping tiger,
But
dude.
when I hear Micah laugh,
Oh
like,
my
it just
God.
warms my soul from over
Aw,
there.
thanks, man.
Because I know, like, okay, at least this, like, blood rage and stuff.
Yeah. Oh
like,
God.
you know it's working if you
First
hear
time
Micah
seeing blood rage.
cracking up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a first for me, seeing Blood Rage. Oh,
yeah, that-
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Love that one.
amazing. I didn't know that movie existed.
I remember hearing Tim Retzer just cracking up from the front row that night. Like that was the kind of shit like I'll never forget. It's like, just the little moments that make it real special. You know what I mean?
So let's see. After Demons 2, we had
We did
2 in October.
Yes, that's right. We started with Candyman, and then which was awesome, and then we closed out with The Lost Boys on Halloween.
Yeah.
Which everyone was like, I don't know. Are you gonna do okay on Halloween? You sure the ticket sales are gonna be okay because it's a holiday? And so everyone had me worried, and then there was like a huge, massive show. Lost
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of the usual suspects weren't at the screening.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of like outside people. It was kind of like Scream or
Sure.
Craft.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
It was
Yep.
one of those well-known movies
Yeah.
that the normies came out
Sure.
for.
Sure.
So it worked out. It was cool.
I mean, I know if like I wasn't doing terrors, like I would love to do something in Halloween that's not like a bar crawl or like anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh.
You know, I mean, that's just not. I don't nothing against it, but that's just not really me. You know
No.
what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, I would love to just like snuggle up at home if I could all the time and not, have to go to
That's-
work or anything.
It's
you know?
literally exactly what we did.
Yeah, we gave candy out to the kids that braved the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that was really rough that night. It was
Holy
a wind.
shit.
Yeah, I
Which
remember
probably
that.
also helped like the everybody going out.
seeking
'cause it was just-
shelter.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
so
much.
kids that like came up on the porch, I was like, here, give them fucking handfuls of candy.
Yeah.
Just shoveled that shit to them. And it was like we got a decent chunk of trick or treaters,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's tradition.
Yeah, the past couple of years has been a dud for us. I mean,
Really?
on Halloween. I mean, just there's not a lot of kids. It's
Yeah.
dark. It's cold. It's like we just want to go inside. And it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's different now. Halloween.
we
I
play-
feel like
It
play
is.
and all this
music
dumb
on the-
shit about people wanting to have Halloween on like Saturday or
Oh,
whatever.
fuck
like,
that.
Don't
Fuck
even.
that.
Stop it.
It's
People
on
are
the 31st
stupid.
for a fucking
Yeah.
reason.
Exactly. Like
Well, everyone's doing this like trick or treating, at the mall or
that's
or
fine.
like on Hurdle on a Saturday
Yeah.
afternoon. Take the kids out. I get it.
That's fine.
yeah, like that part's fine, but don't fucking move our holiday just because it inconveniences you. Like regardless, even if it's so okay, like you want it on a Saturday, so that fucks over other people that work on Saturdays. Like it's just like you're just saying because you have to work at 8 a.m. the next day that you can't be out on a Thursday night. First of
Yeah.
all, you're a fucking adult. You don't need a party on Halloween.
And just be tired. What's wrong with just
Yeah.
being tired sometimes?
We're
You know
all
what I mean?
tired
We're
all the
all
time.
fucking tired. Get hopped
sleep in
up
your
and get
bed.
through it.
We're all in our
Exactly.
30s
Yeah,
now.
get hopped up. And 40s.
Yeah.
You get like people now like bitching and bring out.
Oh my
petitions.
God!
They
If
don't like
change.org.
something coming up or something, and if they start doing that shit where they start changing the holidays to
It's-
weekends.
Oh my God!
Versus Halloween.
Yep.
Then it'll be Christmas.
Yeah.
And New Year's.
Yep.
And everything else.
Exactly.
Fuck that.
No, it's I actually just got into this with my haunt boss the other day. It was the same thing. I was just like, I can't fucking stand this shit of people just like bullying people into having it their way, and then but then there's not even gonna like what is the benefit of that? Like what? There's absolutely no benefit to that
Well,
at all.
and then you kind of sanitize like the holiday too.
exactly.
It's got to be cute and like
Ugh.
family friendly,
exactly.
and it's like I mean, we all, I'm sure, all trick or treated,
Yeah.
like when we were kids, and no matter how dark, or it was snowing one year. I
Yeah.
remember that for sure. and
Oh,
it's just
hell
like,
yeah.
I would have the whole
yeah.
I would have a full blown costume,
Yeah.
but then have to like
Wear the
three
jacket over it.
yeah,
over
yeah, I
top
remember
and
that.
just ruin it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! I
And it was
remember.
like, you're not going anywhere without your hat. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm Jason. I can't wear a hat.
Yeah.
No, my mom, she dressed me up as a mummy the one year, but she got me like a full on sweatsuit and like gauze, like not toilet paper, we're classy, gauze. But yeah, like it was just, yep, that's what you did. But and then that's the thing too. So like what it's you have it on the Saturday. The people who have kids, like, maybe they want to go out, like, so they use the Saturday to go out, and then they can take their kids trick-or-treating on whatever day. Like, it just, there's other factors than just like, oh, boo-hoo, I have to work at M&T Bank tomorrow morning and I don't feel like coming in tired. When you go in, still have your eyeliner remnants around your fucking eyes or whatever whiskey you decide to smell like. That's just what you do. And if you don't like it, then don't go out and fucking party. Go out on those Saturday before like every other functioning fucking adult. Like,
she is serving lessons tonight. Wow.
Also, I like how it's just trying to combine fucking and functioning, and I tried to functioning. So that's a new word.
You'll find this battle station fully functioning. I can't even do it. I can't even
functioning.
That's great. You better trademark.
I'm probably gonna have to, along with my idea to what am I making a movie out of? Horror movie out of Fire Festival. That's right.
Yeah, the found footage.
Yeah.
You don't want to do On the Brink?
Found footage fire festival. Oh, so much alliteration.
Who doesn't?
Found footage fire.
Then you can do it like F with the 4 in the corner.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So Candyman was awesome.
Oh my god,
that on the big screen.
So
that was
good.
super good. I completely forgot how much I hated the ending to that movie though.
Where it's like white lady killer now. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
like they're gonna make a franchise out of it. Like,
yeah, I didn't want to say it at the screening, but that's one part of the movie that's like annoyed me a little.
Yeah.
Like, clearly the whole movie is like I'm just waiting to see Tony Todd and Candyman and the soundtrack, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, why do I care that she's the killer?
And not only that, but it takes away, like, the story is he's the Candyman for this reason, and it's it's obviously a cultural thing. It's very racially charged. So like, why would you hand it over to a white woman?
Like literally whitewashing the everything that happens before the movie.
And that's the thing too, because I read something where like the people who were writing the movie and the directors actually went into like urban settings and were like talking to people who actually like lived in poverty and stuff like that, and just kind of like tried to navigate how they could do this racially and actually authentically. And then you hand it over to a white woman.
It's always bothered me. I'm glad we could talk about it. But they completely ignore that in the sequel. It's just the same movie, but in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Which is great.
Like,
I think
they were just like,
we're just gonna pretend that this is a different.
The sequel starts with the guy that's sitting at the dinner table with the 4 of them, like kind of towards the beginning of the movie, where she's like, "We're gonna our report on this urban legend thing is going to blow you out of the water." Isn't it him at the beginning of Candyman 2? And he has a book about Candyman.
Yeah, yes.
And he's at a book signing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is sounding right.
He sets up the whole, like, somebody has a
Isn't he teach a class? He's teaching a class too, and then he dares somebody to go up
a guy's
to
like
the school up front.
I think
there's like a guy in the crowd.
He's a college professor.
That was like killed by Candyman.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the original, but it's pretty good.
No, not at all.
As far as sequels go, especially horror sequels.
I haven't seen part 3 yet.
It's
Day of the Dead.
They have like the third
called
the third
subtitle Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. It takes
what is it? That one's on Amazon.
Tony Todd's in that, but he has
Tony
like
Todd isn't anything you ask him to be in.
Wow.
I don't know.
Hey, did anybody see Candy Corn? Speaking of Tony Todd,
No.
Not yet. No.
Yeah,
okay, none of us.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, let me see it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Tony Todd. They changed his hook for the third one. It's really jagged. They changed his coat to a black fur coat, and he's hunting down one of his, like, the last of his bloodline, and it's just like this white pinup girl with fake tits.
Shit, did I see that now?
I feel like you must have seen it, Eugene.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and
I remember the black coat. But...
They were making him the good guy in this movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was they had like a whole she was an artist, and they had a show. an art show, and the guy doing the gallery set up this huge poster out front of like the bloody cook, and it was like the whole like everybody knows who Candyman is in this one. Yeah, and she's out to be like, no, he was a good man. He was murdered and stuff, and like yeah, they made him the good guy essentially.
Isn't he kind of always the good guy?
Yeah, but yes, 3D.
Yeah.
Leatherface a hero.
Ugh.
Get him, cuz.
Who asked for that?
Nobody.
Elizabeth Banks asked for it.
Elizabeth, directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, Texas 3D.
I'm just gonna assume every shitfuck movie now is directed by Elizabeth Banks. Piece of shit. Fuck you. Sorry.
Or Ryan Johnson.
Right.
Well, Knives Out was good.
Oh, was it?
Oh, I wanted to see that one.
Great cast.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Good. I want to check that one out.
Go
Is it
without
like
me.
real? Is
Okay.
it like actually great, or is it the kind where like
Great. It's good.
it's okay?
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be like, whoa, what a movie! It's not like Doctor Sleep.
No.
Okay.
It's not like that. The cast is awesome.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is awesome. Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome.
No.
Everybody. Daniel Craig is good. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't like a typical like Agatha Christie.
Who done it? Yeah.
So is it like a step up for Ryan Johnson in your view, or?
Ryan Johnson could eat a dick. I mean,
Okay.
it's,
Bag of them.
I like Looper. And
Ew,
that's
you
it.
did?
I did like Looper.
You're like the only person who likes that movie.
No, doubt it.
No, there are a lot of people who
enough.
like
There's a lot of
Looper.
people
There are a lot of
Really?
people that like that
Yeah,
high
there's a lot of
concept
people.
garbage.
We're talking about the one with Bruce Willis and
Joseph
Yeah.
Gordon-Levitt.
Look at my nose, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Look
the
at
fuck-
what they did
what
to
the
my
fuck happened to him?
nose. I often wonder that
he
too.
was hot for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still
Yeah.
hot, but like,
some sort of like music company or something.
So he doesn't have to
Or a
act or
streaming
anything?
music company.
Well, if fucking Dark Knight Rises killed it for him,
What was that?
probably Dark Knight Rises killed his career.
oh,
yeah,
Hi, my
What?
name is conveniently Robin.
yeah.
yeah, that movie made my head hurt. like
That was way too long.
watching it in my head, just like more.
Tell
and
you
more.
what, though, the College Humor spoofs of it were fucking great. So we had that from it.
Where are the drugs?
Where are the drugs? That's it. That's the one.
Really? I just lost my voice. All right. So then after that was Demon Win, right?
No,
No,
it was
it
Lost
was
Boys.
Lost
on
Boys.
Lost
Halloween.
Boys,
Yeah.
Lost Boys, and then Demon Win, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Demon Win was great seeing live.
Yeah, it
or
was
not
not
live, but-
consulted about that one for my birthday, but you know what? I'll accept it.
Well,
You gave me Basket Case. You gave Drew Demon Wind.
well,
If
no,
next
no.
November, it's not fucking Pumpkinhead. I swear to
Well,
goddamn
see,
Christ.
I don't
Phoebe.
feel like Pumpkinhead's a good November movie. I don't know if there's any good. No, like I don't know what I could do. You know,
Why wouldn't Pumpkinhead be a good November movie?
because it's a great October movie.
Yeah, but there are also other great October movies. That's the thing. It's kind of ambiguous as to when it's set. I mean, if anything, it's a little more summery than.
Okay, what's number 2 then behind Pumpkinhead? What's number 2 behind Pumpkinhead, or 2 or 3?
Oh, you're putting a lot of pressure on me right now.
Like
It's really the only one I got in my head right
Event
now.
Horizon or something.
Oh,
No,
I fucks with Event Horizon.
I do, but that wouldn't be a choice for me.
Okay, all right,
As much as I love Event Horizon, I don't know. I'll get back to you on that
all right,
one.
all right.
I'll get back to you. I know. Oh, I had a question for you.
Yes, Drew.
Because you had mentioned bringing like some back from the, giving them
Sure.
their,
Throwback terrors.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the first one you would bring back?
I'd love to screen Dead Alive again on a major anniversary for terrors, like a 5-year if we get
Yeah.
that far. You know what I mean? Maybe do that. So definitely would love to do Dead Alive again. You know.
That would be perfect because it was your first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's-
Very first one.
We
Yeah.
We
yeah.
weren't,
They had us in a smaller theater.
really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Like we didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't there either, right?
No,
No, yeah.
that was Demons was my first screening.
That was the second movie you played.
Yeah,
right?
it was the first time that I had a microphone. Then we had Dead End there, and then we did the raffle. So that was like when Terrors was taking shape.
Yeah.
You know, Dead Alive was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this
Yeah.
happening? You know what I mean?
That's great. Yeah, now you're a rock star, man.
I wouldn't say all that.
I would. Oh.
Well,
We're all humble and modest.
Peter, you have actually helped garner a lot of attention to horror in Buffalo.
Wow.
You're turning Buffalo into a horror town,
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
and that's amazing.
That's
And
way
you
too much
are-
credit for me. I mean, I think it's the community is coming together, and now
Yeah,
we're getting to know each other because
coming together for something that you put.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
Like,
but
they've been screening horror movies and shit like at is it the Riviera Theater, which is the theater
Yeah.
down in North Tonawanda.
Yeah.
Riviera, North Park.
North Park, like all these, they've been screening horror movies for years, but nobody's come together the way people are coming together for terror.
no, you got to make it a welcoming environment to people, you know.
And
but,
I definitely think you have to make it a regular thing so people like know about it. Whereas like those theaters, they're
Consistent.
not. It's just like a random every once in a while. Like, hey, here's Rocky Horror. Or, hey,
Yeah.
like we're just gonna play Beetlejuice, but it's not like a normal
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Whereas now, like we have this, this thing, and it has seasons, and we, there's a specific day. It is every month, so you kind of know. You're able to plan for it. You're able to hype it up, and you can't. I can't go to Beetlejuice at North Park and then tell my friends afterwards and be like, "Oh, sorry." Whereas like Terror's like, "Hey, I saw this movie. Where'd you see that? Thursday Night Terrors. Come with me next month." Like, and that's
Right.
kind of how you. And I would definitely say, like, I know when Micah said, like you made Buffalo a horror town. I would argue that Buffalo's always been a horror
Sure.
town.
yeah.
There's always
People were
been
in the closet with their horror. Though.
agreed. It's been low key but like and it has like you have to know the right people and meet the right people in order to realize how much of a horror town it is. So I agree with them where that, it always was a horror town, but this thing that you created has brought us all out and gave us something that we can all like. Because before there's people that, we never would have met you.
I don't even want to think about it.
We wouldn't have met a lot of the people that we've met. And,
Think about it. If it wasn't for Thursday Night Terrors, I think Thursday Night Terrors is the reason you're doing the podcast.
yeah, absolutely. Because
Jesus
I mean,
Christ,
we've
dude.
gotten
We fucking stole our name from it.
No.
Terror Trio, Thursday Night Terrors. Come on.
No.
Yeah.
well, it's alliteration. It writes
Yeah, I
itself.
know.
But
It writes itself. Yeah, I think we got a meeting place. I mean, I think that's what Terrors did is just gave everyone like a little central location. Because I feel like you guys were like, I was I felt like I was really alone in being a horror nerd. You know what I mean? Because all the shit that we've screened, I was watching that all by myself in my room.
Yeah.
At like 1:00 in the morning, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had no idea, except for like Instagram and stuff, that there were other horror fans, but definitely not in Buffalo. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I agree. Even like before, I mean, I'd worked at the haunts and stuff like that, so I knew the weirdos through there. But in like my normal life, I always, my family, we've always loved horror, but I've always been the one super into it.
Sure.
Like none of my exes were like as into it as I am, so it was kind of like I was more showing them a lot of the horror movies and stuff like
Right.
that. So and then
which can be kind of disappointing if
It's
it's
a
like
real
if
bummer.
it falls flat. You know,
It's
what I
a
mean?
real fucking
like,
bummer.
you don't fucking get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I don't even like.
fucking
Why
get
are
it.
you
Why
in here?
waste
Go
my
away.
time?
Yeah.
It's always like
Go watch the
like
fucking
you.
Bills game.
Yeah. Exactly. Just ugh.
It's always the person you fucking least expect to. It's like a guy with like a collar shirt on, a normal haircut,
Yeah.
maybe like a
Yeah.
fucking well kempt beard and stuff, and then like they fucking bring up like Dead Alive or like something like
Well,
that,
I
and you're
think-
just like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. I think it really does bring us together. I mean, look at us. I mean, you're a wrestler. Eugene's a fitness guru. Drew's an emo Barbie and stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, it's funny, but like it really
Fuck you,
did.
but I'll
Like,
take it.
I really appreciate you guys being in my life, and so like it really bums me out to think we would have never met. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Our paths
great
would've crossed
personalities and stuff. And it's just movies that brought us together. And that's part of it. Is like it's nothing I could have ever planned for. If you try to like make it a corporate thing or like it has to be organic.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
always the thing, like you guys come to the theater. Obviously, it's like a small, scrappy team. You know what I mean? Me, Rich, and Greg, if you go there. It's not like we're a fucking suits or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're just a bunch of regular ass people that work at this tiny theater. And the thing that happened just happened by itself, not because anybody like had meetings, about
Exactly.
it. It was just it happened on its own organically.
Plus, I mean, like you have like an artist behind this making original like art for it to promote the movies
Yeah.
too.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dan Morris his work is amazing.
Yeah.
But then like
I like to call myself a Staniel, like a stand for Dan.
I like that.
Staniel.
We're Staniels.
Staniel.
We're definitely Staniels.
Oh, we're so Staniels.
But like, yeah.
Oh man, I'm a fucking Staniel.
But like this would not work with any other genre, and that's what. And I think
100%.
that's why like and I know we've all talked about this before, and I think that's why we all love the genre and everything, and it says so much about it that you can't do this with comedy. Can't be like, oh yeah, Thursday night comedies, let's go. Like
that sounds cringy. Just
yeah,
hearing that.
I know.
Would that be like open mic night or just like
just-
Ace Ventura? Like,
yeah, pretty much. It's like, hey, we're playing Animal House.
Well,
like,
but that's true, Drew, because we we do Fathom Events movies at the theater, and I'm there a lot of the time, so I know how many people show up for that stuff. Like we screened Godfather 2. And I don't remember the exact number, but I don't know, 4 people or something showed up.
Yeah.
We did.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
Well,
I love Godfather too.
Well, yeah, me too.
Did you?
Yeah.
God bless you, man.
But that's just an example. Like we did Harry Met Sally. I mean, that had like when did I work? Wednesday, I think.
Oh shit.
See, but that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not something you can just like we're screening movies and then that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to be, there has to be somebody trying to really get the word out there, like as a full-time job. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
I think I've said it before on here, but like it's the horror genre for the most part isn't toxic. I mean, there's a few assholes here and there,
Yeah.
For sure.
but I mean, like if you look at,
we're all divided when it comes to Rob Zombie. Let's be real.
no, that's the
No
biggest
comment.
The biggest dividing factor is Rob Zombie. I don't know,
You don't think
Suspiria.
remakes are? You don't think remakes?
Okay,
get the vial going.
You're gonna
get
make
the
this a
vial.
toxic conversation, man.
and PG-13 horror. Like everyone jumped
Don't get me
already at Black
started
Christmas.
on that Black Christmas movie.
That's the thing. Like, and no, you're absolutely right. Like, there
Peter just threw his
are
hand up.
definitely things that get people going and get people riled up. But at the end of the day, it's just one of those like, I'm gonna see it or I'm gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
But like when you bring up Rob Zombie's horror or Rob Zombie's Halloween and like any horror group, it's
Oh
always
my
just like,
God.
fuck you, I'll kill your mother. Like, there's just some people that just absolutely love him, and then there are the us's who are just like, God, please, I just want you to go blind so you can never look through a camera lens again. Like, it's just kind of that.
No, he'll fucking be like Beethoven and
Jeez.
like because Beethoven was tone deaf. He'll fucking make.
Wow.
I'm the first fan she's talking about.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at with that is like you could have that too, but at the end of the day, still all like horror fans, you still have your common ground
hell
and everything.
yeah.
Despite things like that, if you look at like the Star Wars fandom, that is fucking toxic.
That's toxic.
That is so
yeah.
toxic.
But
If
there's
you look
also
at-
more people in that fandom. It's a
True.
global phenomenon, like over
and then like you look at
generations.
the Marvel fandom and stuff.
It's
or
the
like
same.
DC
They're all Disney,
exactly.
man. It's all fucking Disney.
Fucking, but it is all Disney.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
but that fandom, they all have. It's like all the same. It's very linear. It's you have like this movie to look out for, and then like the next one and stuff, and everyone fucking loves it. And it's with horror, it's so different yet so the same. It's great to be a part of that, and I think it's the only fandom where everyone could come together like this,
Well,
despite the interests and everything.
And I feel about our genre too. Like we all check out like a big mainstream horror movie, like the It remake or whatever. But then we'll also watch something like Terrifier,
Yeah.
which is much
Absolutely.
smaller. So
Yes.
I feel like for us, we don't have like I don't feel like we're too snooty in what within the genre
Yeah.
we watch. Like I'll go see a major, mainstream horror movie if I'm into it, and then I'll also watch the like random one that just popped up on Netflix or Shudder or whatever.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
I don't care. It's all, horror to me.
You kind of have to keep your ear to the ground to figure out what's coming out independently, what studio's behind it,
Sure.
and stuff that slipped through the cracks and through your fingers, and it's just so exciting.
Yeah.
Like Blood Rage, for example. It was my first time seeing it. It was because you aired it,
Yeah.
and that movie's been around since '87.
And that soundtrack is awesome, by the way.
It's so
Yeah.
the opening,
So
the
fucking good,
opening
man.
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm
little
surprised
sequence
one
at
of
the
those
theater.
uppity vinyl companies haven't put it out yet, like Waxwork or the other one. I forget the name of them, but no one's put that out yet. I'd get that in a heartbeat.
I have
Yeah.
a question about Thursday Night Terrors. In the beginning,
Yes, sir.
you touted it as a cult and horror
Yeah.
series.
Monthly horror and
Cult
cult.
movie,
Yeah. Monthly horror and
Now
cult classic.
It's kind of morphed into just horror.
Sure.
Now, did you plan that, or because I remember one of the screenings you screened Escape from New York, right?
Yeah.
That's not a horror movie.
No, it's definitely not.
But that was definitely a cult movie.
Yeah, I use that as.
What happened? Where did it morph? Where you decided you're not gonna do any more cult movies or go for any more cult movies and just go predominantly horror?
I guess I used like cult classic as like a buffer in case I wanted to do something like Escape from New York. But so I got kind of a, I don't know, you probably won't agree, but so I feel like, so I'm trying to play as many John Carpenter movies as possible. So although Escape from New York isn't horror, it fits into a much larger filmography that I'm trying to explore. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So it's definitely a cult classic, of course, you know, but you know, to me, it's a Carpenter movie, so I definitely think it's worthy for terrorists just because it's a Carpenter movie. Whether it's exactly horror or not, I feel like is not a big deal. But I use that just as like a net in case, you know, I do want to play something that's not entirely considered horror. You know what I mean?
That's another one too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, another John Carpenter movie. Yeah. That definitely, and that was. They Live was January 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the inauguration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that was when that was season 2, the start of season 2.
Yeah.
And that was the first time we ever did a 9:30 show, like the second show.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I ever messed with the marquee, you know, putting stuff on it or whatever, buy, consume, obey. Yeah.
That was really cool.
And I feel like that's when like terror started to like really become like the form that it's, you know, almost now, you know what I mean? And
Buffalo Pop.
Yeah. And it's like really something that night. Cause I remember how many tickets we sold for They Live and like weeks ahead of time, I was getting a panic attack. Like, oh my god, what are we gonna do with all these people? You know what I mean? Just because, you know, I know it's a joke now about like is terror is going to continue or whatever, but the first season was legitimately just like going to be a one-off. You know what I mean? So I didn't really.
Oh, so you didn't have any other seasons like planned?
No, I had a short list of movies that I wanted to play. You know what I mean? So I've been off that list for years now at this point. You know what I mean? So really, I was only modestly like getting ready to do one season and hope that I could do a season 2. You know, but it wasn't like I was fucking around or something. Like it wasn't planned to be this like you know
so I remember that
behemoth.
Was the last film. There was the last screening of the first season.
Yeah, The Thing.
You were just telling all of us. You're like, oh, that's it. Did you play like the Boyz II Men song too?
Did I? Because I was definitely thinking about doing that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I was definitely thinking about doing that.
Is this it? We're only get this.
When was this
series of movies? He did it.
December 2016 is when we did The Thing.
And
what movie was it?
The Thing. John Carpenter. The Thing. Yeah.
We didn't make it to that.
And then that was when you cut together the promo.
Yeah, the surprise trailer. Yeah, yep. It was great.
Awesome. Yeah. And now it's like you said, it's a running joke every season.
Yeah.
Well, it's just preparing myself, really, mostly me, but also just for the inevitable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ways away, but of course,
It's
you know,
way a ways away.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, I just got to prepare my heart.
I'm pretty sure you can go at least 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're creeping out. I mean, we're creeping up on 10 seasons as it is.
Yeah.
Now I just start to think of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let me get to 5. I definitely want to at least get to the 5-year benchmark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
at the minimum.
By the time it's done, I'll either be dead or just moved away to a foreign country.
Yeah,
so
I mean, we're gonna have to. The
fine.
theater's probably gonna want to like Weekend at Bernie's me until like, especially now that we got booze and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
2 weeks of doing it, and then that night we did Demon Wind. Like, yeah, we haven't even come. It hasn't come to Demon Night numbers yet, you know, for the amount of alcohol, you know what I mean? Which was not even the biggest terror show, you know what I mean? If we had it for, I don't know, Lost Boys or whatever it might be, it would have been a whole different ball game, you know what I mean? But
yeah, especially on Halloween.
Article comes out and stuff like people.
Yeah,
they'll be aware of it.
For sure.
I think a lot of people just aren't aware that you guys sell alcohol.
Yeah,
Well,
I
even
think they're doing
still-
like a soft open. Like I've been telling them, let me know, and then I'll, you know, really get to.
Isn't your
get the
normal
word out.
clientele during the day like the elderly anyway? I don't see, you know, Fran throwing them back.
A lot
at-
of barefoot wine.
I was gonna-
Yeah.
If you guys have that
Yeah,
Sutter,
peanut,
Sutter
Yeah.
home or whatever.
Yeah, no, we got some Pinot Giorgio.
You guys don't carry any brandy though, so.
No,
That's what senior citizens
Yeah.
Take a brandy.
do.
just
Put it in the microwave for me.
That's how Julia settles her stomach.
nice.
I tried to make it a little
Thank
more
you,
old
Phoebe.
lady like.
Nice.
Thank you. Someone got it.
What'd you say?
I said that's what Julia has to settle her stomach.
I'll take a brandy.
Yeah.
We start serving that cocktail with Pepto-Bismol or something. You know what I mean? Crushed up Tums in there for garnish.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So you're right there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Just a little
It's
heck of
smoking.
one- yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for Black Christmas though.
The original?
Yes.
1978?
Yes. I'm very
74.
excited.
So that's what we have
Yeah.
next. That's the 12th.
12th.
Yeah,
yes.
next Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
December 12th.
Yeah. Very excited. This is the first time we've been able to play a Christmas horror movie.
I
Super pumped.
know.
It's awesome.
Super pumped. And I'm not going to tell you the movie that was originally scheduled for next week, but I have to book these like months in
Yeah.
advance, right? And then the rights, the booker, that's the woman who like finds the people who own the theatrical rights to these movies. I send her a list of movies. And she tries to go find whoever owns the theatrical rights. They work out a deal, et cetera, et cetera. So she sends me emails all the time of like, here's these movies, you know, that you can play now. And Black Christmas was among the lists of movies that suddenly the rights were available to screen. So
That's excellent.
I changed the movie that was originally scheduled. I'm like, fuck, we got to do Black Christmas if we can get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know when this was, maybe June, you know, July or whatever, when that change happened. And Blumhouse hadn't announced the remake yet. So then it was like perfect synergy when they finally did say, because it's literally the day after. Yeah, it's like the day
I mean,
after.
it's gonna open the same.
Yeah,
day.
the same Thursday night. But I was like, no fucking way, man. That's like perfect, you know?
Yeah, that's perfect because you could go to Thursday night to see the OG Black Christmas,
Yeah.
and then the next day, or same night if you're wild, go see the fucking new one, the
Yeah.
PG-13 one.
Oh
do
my
you
God.
do you remember the last Black Christmas remake?
I didn't see that one, honestly.
Is that
Yeah.
one where it was like a crazy family that were like baking cookies out of people and shit?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know what year that came out?
2010,
10
2009?
years Dreamgirls.
Oh. Is that your marker of time?
What the fuck?
You know,
It's a BDG, before Dreamgirls.
For Christmas, Christmas movie. Like every Christmas, I go to the movies. And
On Christmas Day?
Christmas Day, yeah. Well, after you're doing all the presents and all the bullshit and eating and everything, I want to go to the movies. And that's actually one of the big Christmas, like Thanksgiving are two of the biggest movie days, like in the industry. I went to the Elmwood Regal, went to go see Dreamgirls. Black Christmas was playing across.
Wait, was that the night of the riot?
That was the night of the riot.
Wow.
Yep.
The
That's how I
Christmas
remember.
Day riots.
That's how I
The
remember.
infamous.
Yep.
2006.
2006.
Yeah, Rich was there for that, the Christmas Day riot.
Oh, I was there for that too.
Wow.
It started at Black Christmas.
Yep.
And then it spilled over into Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Then we
What?
left, and there was
It's an infamous story, dude. I've heard it from multiple people.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were there, Eugene. This is the first time I heard about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was insane. It was insane.
I wasn't even living in Buffalo
I
yet.
was fucking pissed. Because I like Dreamgirls.
Aw.
Sounds like it.
Aw.
It was a good movie.
But yeah, those early 2000s remakes I kind of dropped out.
Yeah. that's
I
fair.
recently did watch the My Bloody Valentine remake, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't seen it. Like I said, I
What?
dropped out. Like
Yeah, that's fair.
I think like the Hills Have Eyes remake, I was like, I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
remakes
yeah,
for a while.
yeah.
You got to remember, I was like much younger at the time, but there was just something so grisly and mean about it. Like I love gore and I love,
When you look like one of Drew's exes.
yeah, but it was
You
just
had to write a poem after watching it.
it was so mean spirited. Yeah,
Guys,
well,
you're doing things to me right now.
getting flashbacks to the holes in the drywall and stuff.
That do it for
Does someone want to hit their shins? My God.
Do I smell an anger problem? in here?
Please
Someone crack a
tell me
monster
more.
drink?
Yeah.
I need to hear more about your mommy issues right now. Oh, shit.
But yeah, The Hills Have Eyes was just too mean spirited. I love gore, but when it's just brutal and like mean for no reason,
I
can't-
agree,
can't
and
stand it.
I was with you then too. And there was like the whole scene where with like the baby and the mom was like breastfeeding, the guy was like eating off of her. I was like, you know what? We don't need to do
Yeah,
this. Like,
yeah.
I don't need this at all. I don't need this.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's
and I
that
just
fucking Alexandra Aja guy.
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
please,
And I
dude,
just-
that's enough.
I don't like easy horror, like easy
Yeah.
reactions. Like you're going for
For sure.
something just like obviously like, and that's why I don't like the I spit on your graves and stuff like that. Like the obvious. Like it's just too easy. Yeah, it's fucking horrific. Like we're women, we understand that, or even just like human beings in general understand that these things are hideous. I don't need them shown to me in a different way. Like you're not giving me anything scarier than what it could already be. So just
And it almost like fetishizes it too.
Yes.
Like, look how fucked up we're gonna
exactly.
get.
Like,
Aren't you really like, ooh, you're so squeamish right now?
Exactly.
We're gonna really romanticize how fucked up this is.
Yeah.
Girls getting raped by a monster.
Yeah, I
Dad's
mean,
getting burned alive outside.
yeah, it's like I don't need
it's
this.
It's
you
too
know?
much.
Yeah. No, we don't.
And then I would say around the time like 2009-ish, I would say probably like House of the Devil, like is the kind of stuff that changed
That's what's up.
different flavor of horror. You know what I mean? Around that era, and then that's when I was definitely more invested. You know,
Thinking
That's a good
man's
one.
horror.
huh?
Thinking man's horror.
Thinking man's horror.
Yeah, just something like, let's try to have some style. Let's try to have a little bit of vision. Let's try to do a little something extra
Yeah,
more.
you're really high up on that movie.
I mean, you know, because I'm just trying to. I always like to think of like modern, the best modern horror, and now you know, getting towards it's 10 years old now too this year, so
Which
doesn't feel that
it blows
old.
my mind. Yeah, it doesn't feel like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Everything of that movie, the opener, the setup to her getting to the house, the scene where she's bopping around to sing it.
Yeah, the fix. One thing leads to another.
Yep.
Yeah, love it.
I could listen to that song like 10 times on repeat.
And it just when that girl got shot in the face, that's where everything just went.
Who's a famous director? Greta Gerwig. She made the movie Lady Bird last year or whatever. She's
is that her?
Yeah,
No
that's her.
way.
She's the one that gets shot in the face in House of the
Oh
Devil.
my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's where it was just like, whoa! It became a new movie.
Yeah, that's when the whole stakes change. You know, for
And it
that
was
movie.
so aesthetically pleasing. Everything to just how it looked. Every little detail in that place looked like mid-80s.
You just want to hang out in there, like you don't even like. It was almost like you don't. I don't really need a movie. I just want to hang out, you know, in this little world of movie.
It didn't have to go that horror route either. It could have just kept going and going, like But
and that girl, that the lead of House of the Devil, was in Dr. Sleep. She plays Abra's mom. So like I really haven't seen her. In
she
a
was
while. Jocelyn Donahue, I believe her name is, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then the chick from Starry Eyes was Wendy Torrance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
She got
That was her?
voice.
That
down.
voice down.
I lit up every time. She was like, Daddy.
I know.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like,
yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah.
She was amazing. I wanted more of her.
me too.
Yeah,
Just like
I
what
really wanted
happened
more of
after the
her.
Overlook and stuff.
I was blown away by her performance.
Speaking of, do you know who? I just found this out the other day. You know who played Jack?
The dude from Haunting of Hill House, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry Thomas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
From E.T.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
That was him?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Mike Flanagan really sticks to who he
And
is
that's
comfortable
funny,
with.
too. When I was looking at the Jack character, or who was
The bartender, baby.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Lloyd.
You're mistaking me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him going, this fucking guy looks familiar, and I can't.
It's like you got like a Jack Nicholson thing going on.
It wasn't something. I was like, and they said something about Henry Thomas having a cameo in Doctor Sleep. I was like, where the fuck was he in Doctor
Yeah.
Sleep? And saw that he was Jack. It was
That's
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't realize that was him.
I'd be terrified to do that.
Yeah.
That role that he did.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
man.
I
no
wouldn't have.
way.
I wouldn't have.
Anytime I hear like any criticism about the movie, it's like it's why didn't they fucking CGI
Because it would
Jack
look like
Space?
shit
It
in
would've looked
5
like
years.
shit.
Out of it.
It would have. So of course,
I'm already hearing that about the Irishman. That like they didn't get the de-aging right. You know, it's gonna look like shit.
it would look like the kids from It Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so like the best like I've seen is that Rogue One with Princess Leia's face.
Oh.
Like
still has the uncanny valley.
Really? I thought that
though.
looked
Still
good.
has it. Nah.
The only studio that's done it right so far is Marvel. Where they de-aged Robert Downey.
Oh
So
my God,
Disney.
yeah.
So
Uh,
Disney.
They de-aged Michael Douglas. They de-aged like everybody that de-aged, they've done it like pitch perfect. Everybody else.
No,
Yeah, but
there was
Robert
also
Downey's
that
not really old.
that one dude in
de-aged them down to like 80s.
what's it called? The Force Awakens.
Robert Downey Jr.
It's actually
But they have
dead,
a
but was in the
reference point, 'cause
movie.
We have all
Was
that.
it?
film
Was it
of
Force
him being young.
Awakens?
Oh,
Yeah.
Tarkin.
Yeah.
Red one.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Was that?
Rogue One. That's
Peter
right.
Cushing, right?
Going on.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked great. I thought Peter Cushing looked great.
Nah.
Yeah, from Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super good.
Tarkin.
Yeah.
Yep, Tarkin. But that's like the whole thing. When you talk about Rogue One, it's just like, whoa, did you see they had fucking Peter Cushing in there? That was amazing. And like, if they would have done that, it would have either looked like shit or it would have taken away from it, and everyone would have just been like, wow, did you see how they put Jack's face on that guy? Yeah, like,
and he was also doing this delicate thing where, like, yeah, clearly that was supposed to be Jack Nicholson's version of Jack Torrance, but it's also like adapting characters from a book, which aren't necessarily beholden to the actors who played them in a previous adaptation. You know what I mean? Although clearly that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But like it's, and also someone's theory was like, you know, that's the way Danny's memory is having his father and them look. You know what I mean? Like his perspective of as a childhood.
No,
I mean,
like
I don't
that.
really
That's
need
cool.
that. I'm happy that they didn't CGI it or do anything stupid like that.
That was cool. Find actors that kind of look like the original actors, and then
Although you can't get anyone who looks like Shelley Duvall.
No,
like, there's no way.
no.
Yeah. And I don't think like Shelley Duvall is ugly. I think she's just so singular looking. She's so singular looking that no, she's not ugly.
I don't think she's ugly.
She just has a very distinct face.
Yeah, singular.
She actually, I think she looks like a caricature.
And
she looks like an exaggeration of someone
Kubrick
with the big
fucking
eyes
destroyed
and the
her.
small pointed face.
Kubrick ruined her.
Kubrick fucking destroyed her.
The way she is right now, you could blame that on Kubrick.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's ugly now, though, Eugene.
Yeah, I'm with Eugene.
In Popeye.
Aww.
She could do some crazy stuff.
Retail theater.
Yeah.
She's never been attractive.
Yeah, I'm with Eugene on this one.
What? Look at her. Like, come on.
Exactly. Look at her.
No.
Don't. It's
like a elongated potato face.
Huh.
Oh, look at this like younger Shelley Duvall. Aw.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
she's face right there.
No way. Good for her.
Unique.
Yeah, unique.
Yeah.
So you would date Shelley Duvall?
I mean, I got Nicole, so I can't even, you know. No.
She could be your gerbil.
Yeah.
Get your butt ready, PV.
Get your butt ready.
Yeah.
Get your butt
Shelley
ready.
Duvall.
Here comes Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall.
Oh my god.
Shelley.
You're Shelley.
Nice.
Oh god. Oh god.
I mean, have you guys heard? This isn't horror related, but in the subject that we're talking about right now, they're making a movie that they cast James Dean.
Oh yes,
James Dean is going to be in a.
Yeah, I saw that.
No,
yeah.
thank you.
War movie called Finding Jack.
What?
I think it's stupid.
They cast him as a second lead in this movie.
Oh my god.
It's going to be 100% CGI.
No.
Why? Just because they can?
Got the blessing from his estate and his family, and
You know, man, it started with these
Black Mirror, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. It started with these fucking holograms. Go spend $100 to see Tupac. Yeah.
Nobody knew that was going to happen, right? Wasn't
Yeah, it was surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Next, yeah. God
Didn't they
damn
bring
it.
out like
God
hologram
damn
of
it.
Nate Dogg somewhere too?
Did they?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
I
Somewhere.
think you're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like a rap singer.
It doesn't need to be a thing.
Yeah.
And that's like, but like with the James Dean thing, like that's what makes him special is like the movies that he was in and stuff like that. Like, why bring him back? He wasn't. We don't need him. Oh, there's really no like 23-year-old guys who can slick back their fucking hair and be muscular. Really? You can't find one.
Drew.
Oh yeah, he was
lean.
He was lean.
Yeah, he was lean.
Yeah, looks like him. Or some shit. Kind of like what they do with Dr. Sleep. It's just this whole
Like,
thing is gonna
guys, white men are a dime a dozen. I hate to tell you, you guys are cheaper than ever, man. Just
Yeah, because you're real exotic, Drew.
I'm not. Did I say I was? No.
Jesus, Peter.
I'm sorry, it's all the Charlie's Angels.
She's fucking.
Elizabeth Banks.
He's so red right now.
She's
Look
part
at
gypsy.
his.
It's the denim.
It's the denim. It's hot.
Yeah.
It is
Sorry, I
toasty.
know it's a derogatory term.
Yeah.
I apologize.
What denim?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, gypsy.
No,
Technically.
gypsy.
Oh yeah, what's going on with that? Now gypsies don't like being called gypsies.
Well, because it's like Romanian.
Oh, it's
I'm Tyrolean.
What?
I have Tyrolean.
That sounds like an
Is
alien
that
Star Trek.
Game of
The
Thrones?
Tyroleans were essentially gypsies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm really good at hiding things.
Second thing we got to bleep out
They were like,
from Micah.
you know that whole like trailer park family from Snatch?
What? I prefer Vampire Gang from Doctor Sleep, but sure.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you.
You guys weren't that clean.
What would your like Rose the Hat name be?
What's that?
Like Rose the Hat, you know, that's her name.
Well, if she was
Drew
a gypsy, she'd be Drew the
something.
Bush. I'd be Drew the Bush. I don't know why you're a pirate too, apparently.
Wow.
Yikes.
Man never has sex again. More at 8.
Fuck.
My virgin friend Micah.
Yeah. Born again, I hear.
Reclaimed it, I did.
It's mine.
Fuck. Back on it's fucking James Dean shit.
It's skeevy.
Not
It's
to,
skeevy.
no, it's, could you
Skeevy.
imagine like being like an actor in Hollywood? You're reading for this part and you're waiting for the call, and your agent's just like, "Hey, you didn't get the part." Well, who got it? Oh, it's fucking James Dean. Like, you mean to tell me
The dead guy?
Years?
I lost the part to somebody that died 50 fucking years ago?
Well,
Like,
and that's the thing, and that's gonna start up all kinds of shit now.
oh yeah,
Because-
man.
And I was talking this with Mark on Geeks That Lift, and it let's say that the performance is top notch,
Yeah.
Oscar worthy,
Unlikely.
for this new movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, very unlikely. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, let's say whoever performs this, because they're gonna have to have an actor to be there.
Yeah.
Like an Andy Serkis type
I
thing.
was just gonna fucking
Yeah.
say that. It's Andy Serkis.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do like a mocap, or have a model who looks like body type, has the same body type, and then they just superimpose James Dean's face on this guy. But he's gonna be the one doing all the talking. He's gonna be the one doing all the mannerisms. So let's say awards time comes, and this performance is so top notch that it's going to garner awards.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is going to get the award?
Fucking John
The person
Popper
that
from
did it.
Blues Traveler's gonna walk out on stage with a harmonica and be like, "It was me."
It was me.
It's going to set a precedent, and it's going to. I don't see this going well
No,
at all.
it'll be neat.
Ugh.
It'll be neat.
I'm not interested.
like the-
I want to know what South Park has to say about it.
Honestly, it's such a novelty and such a gimmick that I'm going to go see it just to see how it's going to
For-
turn out.
But don't you think that it could be part of the reason why they're doing it?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Like
man.
maybe these studios are scrambling to figure out the formula of what brings people to go see movies. Like for example, this Charlie's Angels thing. I hate to bring it up, but
No.
I mean that's something that they think, well, we can bring back these IPs and people want to go see them because they're familiar with them, but that was a dud, and now they don't know what to do. Dr. Sleep didn't do well at the box office, you know what I mean? So they're all trying to think of ways. How can we get people to come out? It's like a gimmick, this James Dean thing. It could all be a gimmick. All this controversy, that's probably a net positive for them.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about it and we're getting a buzz going for it, a hype even, you know what I mean? And that's probably done purposely because they know they can get somebody else to play the role. It's
Yeah.
like, we could give somebody alive a shot to do this, living person. But so it was a conscious choice to do it with like a CGI James
Yeah.
Dean. And it's
Well, even,
honestly like be honest about it. Like, we don't know how to get people. We want you to talk about
Yeah.
this movie. We want you to come see. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to make an interesting story, how to
Yeah.
market it.
Yep.
So this is what we're gonna do. Here's controversy. You know
Well,
what I
because
mean?
even like Eugene just said, like they're going to have somebody who is some sort of body double
Yeah.
or something. So they're still paying this actor regardless. Granted, it's significantly less than you would pay like lead actor, but at the same time, you're still paying a body to be there, plus paying for all the the CGI that it takes to go into it on top
Yeah.
of that. So yeah, it's not like they're doing this to like save or like they're going the extra mile for this
Sure.
for a reason. And yeah, I totally agree with you. It's a gimmick
Yeah.
and it's something that they want to see if it draws people into the theaters. I will not be one of
Yeah.
them, but
Yeah, plus it's fucking. When was the last time we went out of our way for a war movie?
yeah, true.
But if you're gonna watch a Vietnam movie, they got to play some fucking Credence in there.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The only
Run
Vietnam
to
movie
the
I'll watch is Forrest
jungle.
Gump.
That Kong Skull Island was awesome. I watched that for the first time now. Oh, so
I don't
great.
think I saw that one.
It's like
No, yeah,
perfect
we didn't see
Vietnam movie. Oh, it's great.
My
No, it really is. Like they play all Credence songs.
Oh, really?
It's like
Oh.
it's like King Kong in Vietnam.
my
type thing.
favorite
Yeah, it's
Vietnam
awesome.
movie is Tropic Thunder.
Not a surprise.
Yep.
Love Vietnam movies.
Really?
Burger Hill, Platoon.
Oh my god,
Jacket.
my father. I watched all of them when I was younger. I hated
I
them.
loved all those.
Any
not
war
much.
movie.
Oh yeah, your dad is big on.
Oh my
those.
God.
Oh, that
if
Full
I-
Metal Jacket
Tears of
scarred
the
me,
Sun.
man.
I was gonna say if I ever have to
Oh,
see
it
Tears
scarred
of
me,
the
man.
Sun again.
I like there was like 2 separate movies.
I was just gonna
Camp
after he blows his
sequence
fucking
and-
head out.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still remember that was it Quarters in the Sock thing when they beat him up in,
Oh.
the bunker.
So
Yeah.
Soap. That's what man.
Soap.
That's what it was that got me.
it's
man.
gonna
A lot of other
that's gonna
stuff.
hurt.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch it. I don't think I watched it in adulthood. You know.
I actually
So,
don't think I have either.
Second half of the movie is to me just eh. The
nah.
first half I think is
Really?
fucking great.
Oh my God.
The first half is fucking
That
great.
sequence with the fucking sniper.
I think that's how Kubrick is, though. I fucking hate Eyes Wide Shut, but I don't even want to get into it.
it's not a good movie.
Ugh.
Then it was fucking that what was it? Jesse was on here talking about how that movie got Kubrick killed.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like when Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were being interviewed, like, Jonas Kubrick was sick or anything like that, and they get really uncomfortable and kind of change the
Yeah.
subject and shit. That movie was based on a true story. So
Yeah.
Scientologist killed him.
Didn't Kubrick make Tom Cruise like walk through a door like 50 takes or something like that just to walk through a doorway? It
Well,
was
you know
like
that
50 takes.
Kubrick was like notorious for doing like hundreds of.
No, I know, but it's like
yeah.
like he's obviously an iconic director, but like part of it seems like he's a cult leader, like trying to slowly whittle away at a person's
Yeah.
like
Wear him down.
yeah, wear him
Yeah.
down by doing that, so they can be putty. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To do whatever he
You're an
wants.
alpha.
I mean,
Yeah.
at no point like do I think Shelley Duvall is well in The Shining. At no point do I think she's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, she's in a good
Yeah.
place right now. You know what I mean?
It's not acting.
Yeah.
No, poor Shelley Duvall is genuinely terrified
Like, no,
for her well-being.
I feel bad every time I see her. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I really feel bad for that
Yeah.
Wendy over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she suffered.
Did he call her ugly?
Oh, I think they definitely abused her.
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't know the details, but
Yeah.
Those were the
Yeah.
days.
Yikes.
I just did that to get the look from you, and it worked.
Definitely not gonna get any more ass.
You know, from Drew the Bush over here.
Comment, yep, Bush comment, and now that, damn. Dig that hole deeper.
Oh
So-
no, that's what you want.
So
That's what you want.
PG-13 Black Christmas, huh?
Ugh.
I don't.
Has
ugh,
anybody
eh.
seen the trailer? I have
Yeah.
not seen it.
I
I have
seen
not.
the trailer.
Yeah.
Well, the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole yeah,
Oh,
exactly, the whole
okay.
plot.
I don't want to hear anything about
Unless
it because
they're-
I haven't watched
It,
it.
it doesn't even follow the storyline of the original
No.
or anything. It's a totally different fucking
Right.
movie than the original.
Well, they call it a
Well,
reimagining of Black Christmas, so why the fuck call it Black Christmas?
Oh, and then on top of that,
IP. It's IP.
I read an article where Elizabeth Banks. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Directed by Elizabeth
It was
Banks.
directed by a woman. It was written by a woman.
Yeah, and she got
And I
on
guess
Twitter.
they got together
Yeah,
and- yeah.
she got into. I read some of the tweets about what was
Yeah, it
going
something
on.
That she wanted to tell the story with a new perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
And all this other shit and
Well, making it for teenage girls.
and all that
Yeah.
other- yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole story it has nothing to do with the original.
Right.
That's the main gripe that I have is that why fucking call it Black Christmas? when
Exactly.
It's not going to follow at least the skeleton of the
Because it's
of the-
intellectual property. Because it's IP. That's why.
Because people like us
Just
are gonna
having
end
it
up fucking
called,
seeing
yeah,
it.
just because it's called Black Christmas is going to get X amount of people into the theaters. You know what I
Yes.
mean? If it was
I-
called Christmas Nightmare or whatever it might be,
Girl Power Christmas Massacre.
that's great. That's a great *80s.
That actually sounds like a fucking.
But not a
awesome
modern movie.
I'd actually
title.
watch that too,
would
starring
watch
Brinks
this-
Stevens and Linnea Quigley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Linnea Quigley, of course. Yeah.
little firecracker.
Oh my god. I mean, it's a horror Christmas movie. I'm gonna see it fucking regardless.
Sure. Was it Krampus PG-13?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Krampus was PG-13.
Yeah, and I love Krampus.
Yeah, me too.
Krampus
Yeah.
was perfect.
You know what
I
else
mean,
was
it's-
PG-13 that I love? Darkness Falls. Sorry.
Oh, I should have brought my ticket stub.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, I really like
Oh
Scary
my
Stories to
God.
Tell in the Dark.
Yeah,
know,
I did too.
so
Yeah.
PG-13 can do.
PG-13.
You know, if you have you
just
can
have
ride
to-
the line of PG-13.
You have to
and have a
adjust
good
your
story.
expectations accordingly. It's just
See, is that forgettable?
Titanic.
Had it was a few weeks ago. It was
It had
a horror
breasts.
movie,
With a
and
shot.
People asked me I think you guys asked me what it was, how it was. I was like, it had a decent amount of jump scares in it, but it was all
Oh, the
Oh.
escape room. Escape room?
No, it wasn't Escape
Escape
Room.
Room.
No, it was
One of the Annabelle movies.
Oh, the
Or
phone movie. Countdown.
Yeah.
Countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's what it was.
Well,
that was
that's-
PG-13.
Yeah.
Ah, bummer.
But that's jump scares though. Black Christmas is essentially a slasher.
Yeah.
For the perfect recipe to a slasher is like,
Oh,
you got
like
your,
slashers don't have jump scares. Calm down.
No. I'm not saying jumps. Of course, you.
It's all
fucking-
cats. It's that darn
that
cat.
cat's
scare,
the
yeah.
cat's the thing that scares
Yeah.
you. See, the ideal slasher, like don't fuck with that formula of like you got some tits, you got plenty of blood.
Okay,
like,
well, we haven't seen the formula yet.
it's
We
Okay.
haven't. You're already jumping
I mean,
on it
like,
without
I-
giving
yeah,
it
of
a
course,
chance.
yeah.
a good PG-13 slasher movie that I saw was called Cry Wolf, and that movie was fucking hot garbage, and it was because you would hear the
Did you say a good PG-13 movie?
I said
I've
a
seen-
bad.
Oh, I thought you said good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like
You
a bad
heard good
'cause
too, right?
It was like you heard like you could hear the stabbing, but like nothing was shown, and then like there was like hardly any blood. And I'm not saying like you need gore and stuff like that, but
you
in a-
are saying
in,
that.
in the
You
case,
are, yeah,
in the case
essentially.
of it, not in general, but when it comes to a slasher, like yeah,
You want a little more. I get
exactly,
that.
because it's a fucking slasher.
I understand, but
Bingo.
yeah, I mean that part I do get, but at the same time, I'm not gonna jump on this movie without having seen it.
Did you just raise your hand?
I did. Well, I don't want to interrupt.
Me next.
But look at all the classic horror movies that we love, like John Carpenter's Halloween. Is there any really
No.
gory scene in that movie?
Not
You
necessarily.
can't think
no.
of one. The original Black Christmas was screened next week, December 12th. Is there much gore in it?
No,
Mm.
not
no,
really.
but those are rated R. Dawn of the Dead, George Romero. Yeah, it's got some guts and stuff in it, but it's like, would it be rated R now? I don't know.
No, absolutely
I mean,
not.
Yeah,
I feel like it's
You
just.
think so?
I think it would be.
No.
Let's say fuck.
Oh, there's that
Oh.
awesome shotgun blast though in the apartment
Oh,
buildings.
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's-
So yeah, okay.
Okay,
So
yeah, maybe
scratch
that
that.
one.
So scratch
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead. But there are a bunch of movies that don't have a whole lot of gore in them that were rated R or whatever it was at the time that now would be, child's play pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
like PG movies or whatever, So, and I think the ratings, the MPAA stuff can change in generations, like what we view as
Be a little more lenient.
Yeah, like for sure. But
But they wanted this.
yeah.
They made this movie in hopes of it being PG-13. They weren't like, oh, they gave us PG-13. I don't know what happened.
Well,
That's weird. We thought it was gonna be R.
I mean, that goes into the wider discussion of like, what is horror? Does horror have to be rated R in order for it to be interesting? And
Man,
I
you
think,
are opening up a fucking Pandora's box here.
No, but
Well, I
I
mean, you-
don't disagree. I don't think that a PG-13 rating is a stamp of termination. Like, it's just not. I don't think that it's a complete death sentence for a movie.
yeah, I mean, Poltergeist, I think, is rated PG, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
There was
so.
a fight to get it rated PG-13. There was a fight because PG-13 didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Coach is in there ripping his face off in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's
was
gnarly, but
terrifying.
that's PG. But but like you wouldn't know that it was like kind of gnarly unless you went to go see it, even
Yeah.
though it was PG. I mean, Jaws, is there a lot of gore in that one? I don't think
Not
so.
really. They don't show. It's just, yeah, I don't, and I'm not about the gore and everything. And I understand what you're saying with slashers. You want to see a certain amount because of the slashing. So it has that kind of.
The slashing.
It definitely implies that there will be slashes to be had that you will be
Yes.
seeing. But also, again, like PV said, there's plenty of horror that does, and even slashers that don't have that part. So it's just kind of, it's that jumping on it without having seen it. And I get it. It's it's a classic. It doesn't look anything like the original. And if it's completely different, no, I don't understand why they're calling it Black Christmas. Like, again, Christmas horror movie. I'm gonna see it regardless.
Sure.
I know we're all gonna see it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's got two strikes against it right off the gate.
Yeah.
Right off the gate because it's a remake.
Yeah.
And one, everybody jumps on that.
Yep.
Although I don't disagree that it's PG-13, that's another thing that people
Yeah.
frown upon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
Well, I mean, honestly, in the last 10 years, and it pains me, but I agree with Micah on this. It's just think of it at
It
least in the
pains
last
you?
It pains me. I agree with you.
I can see that.
In the last decade,
They've been agreeing
has
on
there
so
been
much
any
recently too.
good PG-13 horror movies that have come out.
yeah, well, you just said
I think
Krampus, Scary
that-
Stories to Tell in the Dark. I mean, those are like recent ones that I can
Yeah,
think of.
But it's horror, but to me, it's sanitized horror. That's what it is.
It's horror, but it's not
sanitized
scary.
horror for the general public. That's what it is. And I'm sorry, but to me, I don't want my horror sanitized. I don't want my horror, family friendly. And that's
Oh, for sure,
what
yeah.
PG-13 movie, when they make it PG-13, that's what they're doing. They're trying to make it family friendly just so they can get
Broaden
more
the
asses and
audience.
seats.
I get that. No, I do. I understand completely.
For sure. But
Yeah. Don't be a fucking coward. Make it rated R.
Thank you.
no, I love that part of horror. It's just part of horror can be dangerous, and I do appreciate that part of the genre. However, like I was saying earlier, I mean, we don't have to always see gory, crazy stuff all the time. Dr. Sleep, for example, it does have a couple gory sequences or whatever, but it's not like an over-the-top bloodbath.
Mhm.
I mean, except for the baseball boy stuff, which was really
Don't.
difficult.
Yeah.
Too-
That was tough.
I bawled.
That was
Really
tough.
difficult.
I absolutely
and then
bawled
there's the
during
the scene with
I
the hand,
couldn't.
Rose the
the hand. Oh my god, when she gets degloved.
Yeah, I mean those.
Oh,
like,
that was
right.
rough.
So two really gnarly scenes, but
Yeah.
baseball scene, that baseball boy that takes the cake. But anyway,
That one was unnecessary.
yeah,
that was over
a
the top
really,
for
but
me.
the whole movie in general was really tasteful and sophisticated, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I mean, we all four of us, I think, really enjoyed that movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so we watched that, and then we could watch Dr. Sleep down with something like Terrifier, where that chick gets cut in half, sawed down the middle.
Yeah.
So it's like we can see a PG-13 movie and enjoy that, and then we can go home and watch something fucking gnarly and over the top and love it all. And that's what I mean. It's
Dr.
like
Sleep, PG-13?
no. I'm saying,
No, but like,
He's talking about
do you
the
really
qualify
need an
later.
over-the-top bloodbath for it to be
No,
a
not
great
over
horror
the top
movie?
Bloodbath, but I mean the purpose, and I hope I'm not opening a can of worms here, but the purpose for horror, to watch horror, is to elicit a reaction, a visceral reaction from the viewer.
so you, but you're saying that there's no
When
reaction, but
it's
we
scared
haven't seen this
or-
movie, so you can't say that there are no visceral reactions from a PG-13 movie. I mean, you can have one.
I don't know. That scene in Scary Stories when the kid was puking up straw. I mean, I was like, ugh, this is like body horror. And that
That
pimple
was
thing
cool, and
Yeah, the
That
pimple
pimple
thing.
thing?
Yeah.
with the spiders coming out. I mean,
Yeah.
that'll give me more of a reaction. Having bugs come out of your face, pimple
Yeah.
on your face, that's scarier
Yeah.
than like gore.
Yeah,
like,
and
to
someone
me,
like
you know what I
getting
mean?
like stabbed and ripped
Yeah,
open. Like,
yeah,
I
that's.
don't know. Again, being a hardcore horror fan, though, I mean, it's just, I think.
Well, I
But we
feel like we're
contain
all.
multitudes. We contain
Just-
multitudes.
I know
That's the
that
thing.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, we're all
PG-13 is
hardcore
just-
horror
I think
fans.
It's just a death stamp. I think it's a cop out for the studios to try to get more asses and seats. That's it. It's the heyday. Obviously, we all agree, at least I think so, that the '80s horror movies were some of the most fantastic,
Absolutely.
iconic
Yes.
Yes.
movies. It was
Preach.
the best decade for horror.
Yeah.
Preach.
That's
yes.
an
Absolutely.
understatement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Preach to you.
Yeah. And most of those movies were rated R,
Yeah.
if not worse.
Or unrated. Yeah.
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 Unrated.
Unrated. Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And it's just we went from '80s like hardcore, awesome, iconic horror in the '80s to self-referential ~90s,
Weird 90s.
Yeah.
'90s
Yeah.
horror, to now we're going into kind of self-referential, sanitized, and I hate to keep using that word, but that's what it is. It's sanitized horror. It's like
Sanitized.
let's clean it up a little bit
so
that
the,
other people.
the sanitized horror, the social fucking commentary horror.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
so sick of it.
Yes.
I'm so sick of the social commentary horror thing. Go ahead, Peter.
So the '90s of horror were a reaction to the indulgence of the '80s.
Yeah.
And so the current time that we're living in, the 2010s, and now that are over, is a reaction to the indulgence of the early 2000s with Hostel.
So everybody's
and
sick of
Saw.
that whole the
Yeah.
Saw, the torture porn and stuff like that. So it's taking this different route.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah.
It's a cyclical thing. I mean, the '70s, I'd say most of that horror generally was pretty tasteful. Nothing like crazy gory
Yeah.
like the '80s were. It's a different feeling of horror, I'd say.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, 70s started to
70s mainstream, I would say.
I mean,
it was definitely like
is the
there's
Omen-
some weird stuff in the
Is the Omen
Yeah.
gory? You know.
Exactly. No, yeah, it's not at all. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
But,
But
yeah.
so the '80s, went over the top. '90s calmed down, sort of, and then 2000s were brutal and
Mm-hmm.
ungrisly and
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Hey,
And
not
now
all
the
the 90s, man. We had the dentist.
and Dead Alive is a '90s
And,
movie.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Dr. Giggles,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's a '90s movie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, subspecies that had its gory moments too.
So are the
Yeah.
2020s going to be super gory? Then?
It may
Are we
go
gonna
back.
I
to
think with,
torture porn?
it's going to come back with Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be huge. I
Great
think
cast.
I think
Yes.
yes,
Felissa
Fantastic
Rose.
cast.
How exciting is that?
I think Terrifier 2 is going to be huge. And I think it started with like Terrifier coming back like last year. And if you look at Halloween, the 2018 Halloween, they took like what 2 things from Terrifier from there and gave it to a mainstream audience. So it's just kind of like Damien Leone, I think, is going to really push the envelope with Terrifier 2, and I think it's going to go back to that genre. And I don't mean like stuff like Hostel and like Saw. I think it's going to be more over the top slashers, big kills, more. I'm looking forward to Terrifier 2. I'm looking forward to the collection. I'm looking forward to this next Laid to Rest movie. Like that's the shit that I'm really chomping at the bits for.
What about
Halloween Kills? Oh fuck.
But that's like the other thing with this.
He's got a throbber right
my
now.
God, I
He's
know.
got a throbber.
What?
Yeah, with Chris Tucker, with Chris Tucker, or Chris Rock. Yeah,
fuck man, Chris Tucker.
Yeah,
I would have
Micah.
loved to have seen Chris Tucker in Saw.
Yeah. But no, with like the PG-13 thing, it's not like we're short of answers to the PG-13. Like it's not like again, for every there's a Terrifier. It's just I mean with horror, so it's just like I'm not, you're not really losing out by having Black Christmas PG-13 because there's 50 billion other movies that have probably.
But I don't want it to be Black Christmas. I want it to be something else.
But it's the mainstream. It's the mainstream horror that's coming out. Is that
because it is mainstream.
So you did.
Yeah.
So did you watch Better Watch Out that came out a couple years ago?
Better Watch It. Which one's that?
The horror. That's what I mean. That's a good Christmas horror movie, and you don't know what I'm talking about because it's not related to some IP. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Better Watch Out. Fantastic modern Christmas horror movie. You know what I mean? But I would say probably not a lot of people have seen. That's the one where it's a girl babysitting and there's a twist with the kids and some of their.
No, I didn't see it. I saw
course.
this other fucking Christmas one where it was about like this aborted child that
Red
never
Christmas.
died.
Yeah.
Red Christmas.
Dee Wallace.
Yeah, with Dee Wallace. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that one was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Oh, that one was.
That one was. Oh man, that was bananas.
But
that
that's
had that
like,
gag with the axe going on top of the girl and then the body falling side to side. They used that in fucking Wrong Turn 6.
So like I get that you don't want it to be Black Christmas and all that, but at the same time there's all this other stuff coming out that gave you everything that you're kind of asking for and you were going like ugh about it. So I mean really,
and we wouldn't be talking about the movie unless it was called Black Christmas. We're like, I doubt there would be as much chit chat about this Black Christmas movie unless it was called
Snowball Sorority.
No,
like you don't have like fucking
Snowball Sorority.
I don't know. Like
Ski Resort Sorority, man.
Fucking
now we're fucking talking, man.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, this winter.
I was gonna say dashing through the hose, but that sounds more like a porno.
Dashing through the hose. That's great.
Definitely
That's
more
like
of a porno.
Wiz Khalifa's Christmas album.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guys, I'm an idea man today. Let's go. Fucking just keep going. Keep going.
Great.
Put me in front of an exec. Let's do
Let's
this.
do the hose.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one was a no.
My dad's dead and he's a snowman.
Oh my god. I told you guys that I did not know that there was a normal version to that movie as a child. So like whenever people would bring it up, I'm like, yeah, Jack Frost with the icicle teeth. And they're like, what? Like,
Where are your parents?
telling this to other kids. Like
that popped up on my Facebook memories thing. A year ago, I shared the Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, but it was The Killer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hysterical.
That girl is correct.
Oh my god.
What?
Wait. Oh god,
Yeah, so I put up a Snapchat of the wait a minute, were we on here when we were talking about the Earth is flat net?
Yeah.
So I did a video of, you going on your rant about the Earth is flat and how you can be a cult leader and all that. So I put it on Snapchat and somebody just commented on my Facebook, the Earth is flat. That girl is correct.
It starts, bitches. Watch out.
The new
Jesus Christ. Drew,
Charlie
you got
Manson.
it right now.
I got it.
Money.
Awesome.
Yep. If you donate,
you could definitely be a cult leader.
yeah. Donate $20 to me now. Venmo me at drew.barlow, and I will tell you how you can help me spread the word about the flat earth.
NASA's lying to us.
NASA's lying.
Why? Because they fucking can.
Because we keep providing them money, and our government provides them money for space exploration, but they already have explored all of it. There's no more to explore. They're just pocketing it on their own, so they don't have to pay for anything else.
Wait, we're all wrapped up on space?
Yeah.
We did all the space?
Yeah,
already?
we're done.
Wow.
They hit the wall.
We're done.
There's
Hit the wall.
there's a wall up
Like
there.
Time
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like fucking Truman Show. Like you just bonk. That's it.
I love the Truman Show.
Oh my
That's
god.
it. Yeah.
You can tell right there which decade.
Yeah, exactly.
I say Time
Well, no,
Bandits.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're a little Terry Gilliam, so I mean, I'm younger than him.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
So, but the real deal, are you gonna go see the remake of Black Christmas?
Yeah, of course I am,
Yes.
Peter.
But like in a hurry, are you gonna go like Friday night?
I probably will.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just to be like
Huh.
Black Christmas, Black Christmas.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to go?
I wasn't really. I don't know. I never felt really compelled. I didn't watch a trailer or anything. You know what I mean?
I really want to do a double feature of Black
yeah,
Christmas.
so maybe
now.
I will. Maybe
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, the whole double feature thing's
Yeah.
kind of
could-
like a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do it. Let's make it a group.
You want to have a
thing.
date?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I.
wanna do the-
Pat's gonna have to take a shot, but I don't think you guys have seen me as viscerally angry as I was after Pet Sematary.
No,
Cemetery.
yep.
That was
Like,
amazing.
I was fuming, dude.
I was-
afterwards.
I was just.
You know what we say about that franchise?
Yeah,
Sometimes
take a shot.
dead is better.
better you than me, babe. I was just like quiet. I was disappointed, and you were just like fucking punching the air. You were so pissed off. You're like, I didn't have heart. It didn't have any heart.
Didn't have heart.
And I just had my head down, just
Huh.
Like at first I wanted to like it really bad, but then when Aaron was asking a billion questions and Will was like, she's never seen the first one, I was
these
like,
are people that came to the movie. with
yeah,
us,
these are friends of ours. Our friend's girlfriend was asking a lot of questions about the movie, and our friend kind of looked at us and he's just like, she never saw the original. I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign. Like
Yeah.
you should be able to follow the
should be
story
accessible
without
for
having
sure.
seen the original.
At this point, I'm going to say Mike Flanagan should be the first guy to direct Stephen King stuff. Like, if
Yeah.
there's something that you guys want to make, just have him have the first shot at it.
I want him to do Elm Street.
Nah,
I really do.
No.
I really do.
I think It Chapter 2 was as close as we're going to get to what a modern Nightmare on Elm Street movie would look like.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give you
It
that
has
one.
all the elements of what
Yeah.
a modern Nightmare movie would be, minus, of course, Freddy, but that's
Yeah.
interchangeable for Pennywise,
That's honestly fair.
And so I think maybe that guy could do it.
Yeah.
Andy Muschietti.
Yeah.
What they could do is
They talked
they could
about.
de-age Robert England
Oh, get out.
with the Freddy Krueger.
Get out of here.
Oh my
I heard
god.
people say they want Alexandra Aja to do a new Nightmare, like a remake. The fucking Crawl guy.
yeah,
the,
what would
Yeah.
you do
high
with
tension.
that?
Ugh.
I like high tension.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes,
Think
I
about the movie for a
do.
second.
Yes, I
Think about the
do.
movie for a second and try to tell yourself that you like it. You're
Can we
wrong.
get high tension for a terror screening?
No,
No.
no. I'll do Inside. That's another great. That's a great French horror movie, but not high tension.
Speaking of future terrors, so we're coming in end of the season,
Yes.
end of season 7 here with Black Christmas. What give us a little just a little just give us some
Well, I can't really confirm nor deny anything.
Okay, so season 8,
Oh my
what we
god.
got? What we got?
So hypothetically, if there were to be a season 8 PV, because none of us know what's going to happen with the future of Thursday Night Terrors.
All PG PG-13
Well, I don't
horror.
really want to. I don't want to. I don't even want to give away some of the movies that I'm thinking about. But I do. There's a couple of events and stuff that I'd like to.
Event
to
Event
do.
Horizon. Yep,
Oh my
calling
god.
No.
Nope, he already offered to do it for my birthday,
Yeah.
so
Ah, fuck. All right.
It's kind of.
Event,
But
event.
I dedefinitely think there's a lot of horror left in the well. to
There's a few
explore.
movies here and there.
So
yeah, we're dwindling. Definitely dwindling.
So
in what way?
Carpenter.
No, not at all. Those
Oh, I think you can't tell.
See?
There's a point
See?
where Drew, you
Guys,
can't tell.
you can't tell. I got this.
For Carpenter, I would love to request
Go on.
Prince of Darkness.
Oh,
Ooh.
love that
Yeah,
one.
nothing like
Alice
Alice
Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Loomis. Donald Pleasance.
Yeah.
Oh, that scene when they go through the mirror at the end,
Yeah.
and her
Oh.
face is all meat, is just pulp
All
meat.
meat,
It's
yep.
all meat.
God, that
And
movie's
they
so
go.
fucking underrated.
Yeah.
So fucking underrated.
But a couple of behind the scenes stuff. Haven't David Cronenberg's The Fly is a movie that I've wanted to play since the very first season of that. Haven't. Yeah, well, I wasn't able to play it back when 20th Century Fox owned it.
Really?
I wasn't able. I tried every season. I couldn't be able. Now Disney owns it, and of
Oh,
course they put all the Fox
Yeah.
stuff in the vault. You
In
know?
the vault.
And well, today I went to go buy the new movie Ready or Not, with Samara Weaving. She's great.
Yeah.
And I'm really bummed because the slipcover is already in the style of like all the other movies they do.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it has like the multi-screen.
Yeah, he sent it to us earlier.
Yeah, multi-screen version, so it looks
Yeah.
like the fucking MCU movies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, ugh. And look at this garbage cover art, man. Like it's not the worst, but
Photoshop
it's
slapped
like
together.
it's like come on.
No, I'm-
the screenshot for what was the movie that she did with Glenn from The Walking Dead?
Oh, Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But there are also far different levels in terms of companies, that
Oh,
put
yeah.
those out for budgets.
But I'm with you. I like to buy things for the art
Yeah.
too, like DVDs. I mean, I like to own DVDs in case, once the internet collapses, I'll still have movies.
Oh yeah.
But also, like, I love like fun cover art. Like,
Me too.
I own multiple Harry
Oh,
Potters because
yeah,
I like
yeah.
the different covers.
sure.
I own
Yeah.
it's just like I
I'm
own
like that.
multiples of a few movies because I like the different covers. So like when one bums me out, it's like I have to own this movie, so I have to buy it. But fuck, I'm mad about it.
It's like that
Yeah.
weird fucking new steel case for Friday the 13th where the cover is
Oh, I remember you
it's like
talking about that
neon
one.
green.
Yeah.
And Jason's on it for some fucking
Yeah.
reason. He's in a hockey mask, which he doesn't get till the
But-
end of part 3.
Yeah.
And he's holding a chain.
That's when you have things done by committee. That's when it's a
Yeah.
corporate board meeting to do everything. There's people like Dan Morris out there who are fantastic like artists. Get some company give Dan like here make the artwork. for our
Yeah,
movie.
seriously.
And you would knock it out of the park. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because
Absolutely.
it's one person's singular vision. You know what I mean? And they add their own sort of style
Yeah.
and flair to it. Not
Even
like,
we had Micah has a buddy back from Erie who used to do the different he used to just like make movie posters a really long
Yeah.
time ago, and we got a Nightmare on Elm Street one from him, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
there's
you
just-
see all the awesome fan art all over
Yeah.
the internet. It's like, why
there's
aren't these
so many people that
Mark
you can go
Welser,
to.
he's
Yeah.
actually had a lot of his art stolen on
Mhm.
online, like those other t-shirt companies took a lot of it. He did a comic book cover of Freddy versus it was like Freddy versus the Invincible Jason, and you could if you Google that you'll see that image on t-shirts everywhere.
Wow.
And he's not getting a fucking dime. Someone
Yeah.
stole that from him.
Well,
Yeah.
in theory would he have been able to sell it without the license?
Exactly.
No, definitely not. But I mean, it's
legally.
It's just it's shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's stealing totally.
yeah.
But
Especially like stealing from a fucking starving artist.
for
like,
sure.
come on. If
I mean,
you-
luckily now he's working for like 2 different comic book companies doing artwork. So
but even
that's-
like if you're an artist, you're starving. Like,
oh yeah.
yeah.
especially.
But you get exposure.
We get lots of
Mark Welser
exposure.
exposure.
Yeah, so much exposure.
But yeah, like instead of making that garbage
There it
slipcover,
is.
like have an artist
Yeah,
work something.
exactly. There's so many people out there that can do it. And it's so easy. A quick, like you look now a hashtag
Yeah.
on Instagram, you click it, and there's just millions
Yeah.
of people come up that's
Yeah.
super talented.
Mhm.
That
He's got credit.
Yeah, he's put up a post about that, like bitching about it before.
so he must have something must have happened
yeah,
then.
something legal must have happened. That's
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
getting credit for it
Yeah,
now. That's
looks
awesome.
Also one more thing regarding tears behind the scenes stuff. So Basket Case, I think I might have told this to you guys before, but not on the show. Basket Case was originally set to play in September 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason, Frank Henenlotter pulled all the screenings
Yeah.
That's weird.
all over the country without much explanation. And it got as far as me and Dan working on the poster for it and stuff,
Yeah.
like early drafts. We had like a combined Killer Clowns Basket Case just to announce the first couple of screenings, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then Henenlotter pulled all the screenings, and so we had to like quickly put something else in, and that's when we did Popcorn,
Yeah.
which I think was
Yeah,
was great.
It was great.
It worked out perfectly. So I usually don't talk about that stuff until afterwards. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because I don't.
Well, yeah, because you don't want us like, oh,
I
well,
had to fill in the blank here.
Yeah.
Because, but we were gonna do basket case, but
Yeah.
then it got pulled. You know what I mean? So, but it worked out great because then we got to open this season, and it got to be the season opener.
yeah.
And I think that really, helped bring a lot of people out to that movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was great. Definitely a good
Um,
choice.
Another thing that I thought was really cool about October, so we did Candyman and Lost Boys. I'm noticing like there's like younger kids coming. Like there was a young guy named Dominic. He must be like, I don't know, 14 maybe at the oldest. Came with his mom. I don't think he had ever seen Candyman before or Lost Boys, but he was like super into them,
I love
especially.
it.
Man. That's
Especially,
awesome.
it really. That's what it like. That's how I felt too.
Yeah.
Like especially the Lost Boys. Like you the first time you're hearing that soundtrack and you're seeing how cool they all look. Yeah, that song. We had that person show up as the sax
Oh my
man.
God,
I saw
so good.
pictures of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's
Her
incredible.
name is.
She was doing
Adrian.
the video. Yeah.
But
Amazing.
and there's a mom also that brings in her daughter and sometimes her son. Her daughter, I think, just turned 13 or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like a family thing,
I love that.
And it's like this whole generation of like people coming out.
It's
who've
the
never seen-
us's. It's our parents used to take us when we
Right.
looked like we were probably way too young to do
Yeah.
it. But like
Yeah.
that's it. It's the us's. It's great to see that because I know. Like even earlier you had mentioned how like Halloween isn't the same and you're absolutely right.
Right.
So like it's nice to hear like to see kids enjoying the things that, we used to enjoy as kids being like the little weirdos and like even like I was at the hair salon a couple weeks ago and the kid next to me was getting his hair cut and the mom was talking about how he was like Michael Myers for Halloween and there's like somebody semi-local has like a Halloween setup all year round. She's like, I can't take him until Halloween because he will want to go all year round.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just warms my heart. It gives me hope because I'm with you where Halloween, it's definitely not the same. It's
Sure.
definitely changing as
Well,
the generations.
And all it takes sometimes is just that one movie to unlock
Yep.
like your love of horror.
Yeah.
And like for me, horror really helped me find myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is something that like I think about every day.
Me
like,
too.
Like you guys
Oh my
too.
God.
But this is
Yeah.
something that my whole daily life
Yeah.
is revolved around.
Yeah.
I'm reading The Shining right now.
Yeah.
Like I got, horror soundtracks I listen to. I got all my nerdy collectibles and shit. Like this is something that's like that it feels like something for me in this
Yeah.
world. I know people love Star Wars. I know people love Marvel and you can love all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I watch it and I try it, but it doesn't ever feel like this is for
Nope.
me.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know what
I
I mean?
agree.
But then horror has always felt like this is that thing for me. I could be a nerd for this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is my thing. And so who knows? Maybe this
It's fun
kid.
to be a nerd for it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's
It's
so, fun to be a
funny.
nerd for it.
You talked about it, like you're just reading The Shining and whatever, like an everyday thing. Like my thing right now is like I'm attempting to watch every single Amityville movie.
Oh, and there's
Yeah.
a lot. There's a lot.
There are a
so
lot.
many.
Yeah.
I got,
Vinegar
like,
Syndrome put out that box set with all the random sequels. It's About Time and the other ones.
Oh,
like that.
God.
Yeah, it's the
4,
one
5,
like
6 or
I
something.
was watching last night. Evil Escapes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that
where
one was.
the lamp gets haunted by whatever's haunting the
Yeah.
Amityville house.
It was a weird one. It was
Oh,
definitely.
my Lord.
Yeah.
It was
I haven't
far
seen
in.
it.
I
Oh,
got
my
relatively far into it compared to what I usually get into.
I made
on
it
our
45
nights.
minutes and I'm like, it's bedtime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
So,
I attribute horror to like everything that I am today. Like it's just like my love. It made me kind of weird. So like it shaped who I hung out with. It
Sure.
shaped a lot of my relationships. Like I wouldn't have started working at the haunted house if I didn't
Mhm.
love horror.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have met Micah. So therefore like I probably wouldn't have met you guys. Like it's just very.
Think about it.
I know.
can't think about it.
Dude, it literally it's it started what I paint, what
Yeah.
my relationships are, like my fondest memories as a child, like
Yeah.
everything like that, everything for the past 8 years with our relationship, and
Uh-huh.
the friends that we've met, and the things that I've done, the places I've gone, the job that I currently have now, like it's all just because of horror.
Yeah.
I feel like everything had started with my love of horror. And so, yeah, it's super cheesy, but at the same time, like it's like
yeah, it's
like we were talking about, it's only this genre
Yeah.
that has this type of fandom. And
I mean, it's like how we dress.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
your guys' tattoos. I mean,
good luck finding me not looking like this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Like, it's just like it's live and breathe type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We were
Like,
at a Friendsgiving a couple weeks ago with some of one of my friends was throwing it at her house, and so she had like my group of friends, and then she had like a bunch of normie like fellow engineers, and like I dressed like me, and everyone else like sweaters and whatever, and so I just like. At one point, I just like feel eyes on me, and I look in the dining room, and there's just like all of these people are just like looking at me, and then like look away very quickly. I'm like, I feel like this is kind of my life.
Yeah.
But at
Who
the
let
same-
Lydia Dietz in?
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's just, but at it's weird being like the only person of my friend group that's like the gothy one and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, but then you see another horror fan and you're just like,
yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
You
And
know?
it's great because like obviously we have our shit with the pins, so like it's great when a normal person comes up to my jacket and it's just like, oh my god, no, you did the demons? What? Like it's just like, wait, you know that? It's just it's just I don't know.
Well,
It's
I'm
great.
in line at 7-Eleven and a girl behind me, a normal looking girl, is just like, is that?
like a Shelley
Is that
Duvall type.
She looked very scared. She's like, wait, is that from Halloween 3? And I'm like, well, yes, it is. She's like, you have a fucking Halloween 3 tattoo? So I'm like, you know what this is? Like, it was like a shock thing. Yeah.
Yep, and I had a similar encounter
You
with a
did?
girl at a different 7-Eleven like
Same
days
girl.
later, but it was so weird. It was like the same thing. I was just like, wait, is that like a Halloween tattoo? And I thought she just meant like, Halloween, like spooky stuff. I'm like, yeah, Halloween. She's like, I've seen Michael Myers stuff, but never stuff from Halloween 3. And I'm like, wait, you know what this is?
Yeah, it's like a secret
immediately. And
language. Yeah,
it's normal people that like, and it brings it out in them, and I love that because it's like this weird like I'm clearly very different than you, but we have like this kind of it's just like that little bond with people.
Look at us,
Yeah,
Like, we're the
absolutely.
Breakfast Club of horror over here.
True.
Hey, if
Yeah.
we didn't meet at
That was an
the-
80s teen comedy. Micah.
Yes. Yeah.
Was it
John
rated R?
Hughes. John
Was it
Hughes.
rated?
Was it rated R?
I don't think
Yes.
so.
It was
Yeah.
definitely. It was rated R, wasn't it?
No.
Was it?
No, it was not rated R. It wasn't Fast Times at Ridgemont
pretty
High.
adult themed, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah, it was totally adult.
it was
themed.
not adult
It
themed.
was so adult.
Breakfast.
themed.
What? Oh, adult
You were
to
gonna say
you.
breakfast at Tiffany's?
No, I said, oh, adult to you. Oh, the worst.
Shoot me in the
That
head.
weird 90s.
Yeah.
awful.
Like after that, you hear Fastball. Anyone gonna see the road?
Oh, that song is awesome.
That song slaps.
That's about old people dying in a mall.
Yeah, man. It was rated R.
Wait, was it really?
Wow.
Oh my god.
No wonder
My apologies.
All right.
Wow, John Hughes. Edgy. But
You know what sealed the rated R was the dandruff scene. Everyone was so disgusted by it.
Yeah, that
That's
was
what did
definitely
it.
what did it.
Yep.
But back to like the horror genre, I feel like another aspect of it, like Marvel, Star Wars, and all that is very mainstream. It is the culture right now, but I feel like it's one of the things that, for me at least, is missing is that horror. I feel like is always cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like
The look on your
horror-
face when you said that, you fucking fawns. I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like horror is always cool. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't when I was a kid.
No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
man,
like
like
to us, it's an aesthetic.
Yeah,
you know what I
of
mean?
course.
We
Yeah.
like dead stuff and blood and
Yeah.
skeletons and witches and ghouls and all that shit. Wearing black and all that. That's like our thing. To us, it's cool, of
Yeah.
course. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's
Everyone would look at me and be like, "This kid's gonna fucking shoot the school up."
That's because you were a skinny white kid.
No, I was a fat white kid.
Oh no, you thinned out in high school. You went like lanky in high school.
Oh, yeah.
So then
Yeah,
you look more like a
okay,
school shooter.
then I did, yeah.
But then he started wearing Hawaiian shirts with striped blazers to school, so he looked
I
significantly
used to
less.
shop at Gadzooks quite a bit. I'd wear those shiny shirts and some pleather pants. Good look.
Ah,
Big fan of Chris Jericho.
Anywho,
But so anyway, that like 14-year-old kid, that Dominic, he wanted after Lost Boys, he was like, can I get a picture with you?
Peter,
And I was
that's
like,
awesome.
oh
That's
my
so
God.
awesome.
that's adorable.
You want a picture with me?
Yeah.
Like, you sure you don't want to go play Call of Duty or
Yeah.
like something? You want to take a picture with me? And so,
Mhm.
and my, obviously you guys see like my mom shows
Yeah.
up and my sister and my dad, and I know that they're not really like into that stuff. Although we watched all that shit together when we were like, my sister and I were kids. We watched all those horror movies together as a family, my mom, dad, and everybody, most of them at least. So it's nice that it's like, brings people together, like families, you know what I mean? That like they might not be into it, but at least they're there supporting the shit, you know what I mean? So, you know.
Well, like we say, Tara's his family.
Yep.
Oh,
Tara's family.
Tara's family.
don't ruin it, Micah.
All
Too
right.
late. Do we have any choices for any picks for Peter? Because I got basket case. I've been asking
Like
for
I
that
said, I
since the
gotta-
start.
He's got Hellraiser. I know Eugene is definitely wanting Hellraiser.
Well, my big
Yeah,
one.
it's gonna be a swerve. It's gonna be fucking Hellraiser deader.
What? Well,
Hellraiser Inferno.
Inferno.
well, when I tried, whoever owns the rights to a movie, I tried to get the Stuff. I think it was the Larry Cohen movie.
Yeah.
And the people who own the rights was like, we'll only give you the Stuff if you also want the rights to these other movies, and it will cost you this exorbitant amount of money.
Oh.
And Hellraiser was among the movies that would like,
Fucking-
we'll make you a multi.
Miramax?
I think it was. I think it was Lakeshore. Maybe I gotta look up the paperwork. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility now. Like we could probably do it, not a problem. But,
yeah, but at the time when you were
Yeah,
looking
just like
for it,
you're just
yeah.
like Todd McFarlane. You got big money backers gonna make that Spawn movie. That's never gonna happen.
yeah.
Do anything Clive Barker or Nightbreed?
But which cut would you like? The director's cut or the theatrical
Fuck, there's
cut?
been so many cuts.
The Cabal cut hasn't come out yet, at least in US.
Not-
No.
Okay, so I think there was a version that was available on Clive Barker's website that sold out, and so but it's not available anymore. But you got to also remember, like, does anyone gonna really want to sit through
a fucking 3
and a half
movie.
hour like
No,
kind of
no,
thing?
no.
You know what I mean?
The
So
theatrical cut. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean,
Because I love Nightbreed.
So
I
what?
totally but it's always been one of those things. I'm worried about, like, are people going to be into it? It's like got fantasy element to it.
Yeah.
You know, which version are people going to want to see? You know, that's the kind of thing that I rack around in my head.
keeps you up at night.
Yeah, but there's what else did Clive Barker do? Lord of Illusions.
What Illusions? I wasn't too impressed with
Yeah.
Illusions.
What else did he do?
What?
Okay.
Midnight Meat Train.
Yes.
Hmm,
Ooh, that'd be hot.
that's a really good one.
So you got Basket Case, Hellraiser.
Well, I mean, I got my basket.
Okay,
case.
so
It
what's
already
another one?
happened. I back kind of the Barkerish thing. I would love for your ones that, like, you know, hey, no one's seen this movie, whatever. I would fucking love
Red Rat.
to see.
Rawhead
Yeah.
Rex.
He was gonna say
All right.
Red Rat.
All right.
He, yeah, he
That movie,
do.
that movie
I could
gets
see
me
that.
fucking hard, man.
I could see that working.
I love that movie.
My big one is Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
I gotta, yeah, that's
Mhm.
my big one.
I'll make sure we try to play it before the remake. The remake
Yep.
that is coming, right?
It's
Yep.
inevitable.
The PG-13 Pumpkinhead remake.
Yeah, Drew, how would that make you feel if Pumpkinhead was PG-13?
Probably the same way I feel as if they're currently remaking Pumpkinhead.
It's
So
all women.
Pumpkinhead's gonna be a woman.
I'd be so. Well, Pumpkinhead doesn't have a sex.
Great tits, but they're gonna emphasize on it.
Well, yeah.
He didn't really not having sex. I thought he did have sex.
No, I mean, we call it he, but it's a demon. Demons aren't.
I
Demons
don't know.
are
I figured he's
genderless.
like a dog. Like he stands up, it just goes inside of
But
him.
at the end of the first movie, didn't Lance Harrison's character
Yeah.
turn into the little baby Pumpkinhead thing?
Yeah, but does it like turn you into like a Smurf thing, like asexual?
It kind of.
Yeah, like you
Embryo.
It turns
Part of
you
the-
into the.
Yeah.
Because
part of the curse is you lose your dick.
No, it's you
Yikes.
guys are idiots.
A eunuch.
Ugh.
Isn't that a eunuch?
Yes.
That's
you-
why he's so angry.
Yes.
Do you know in Stephen King's It that it's suggested that Pennywise is female?
Yes, I did see something
Mhm.
about that.
Because at the end battle, Pennywise
Kicks him right in the vagina.
is having babies. Like, so the gang has to run around the lair killing the eggs or whatever, the little spiders and stuff.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
the
a video
spawn.
game boss.
So and they're like, oh my god,
Gotta fight
it's a
the little
female.
eggs, and then
The
it, like
characters say that
he's most vulnerable when he lets the eggs out. So you gotta kill the eggs and then run up and go at it real quick
That's
before
what
it
they
closes
did.
back up. Yeah, I know it's like a video game
Yeah.
boss.
Man, I just played
Yeah.
a boss like that last night in Fallen Order. That was, anyways.
Wow, we all care so much.
All right.
So yeah.
That's why I stopped.
All right. Well,
I am also holding out hope for American Psycho.
Oh, I can see that working as a
Ooh.
one-off.
Yeah.
that would
I would
definitely
really,
work.
really like to see
Yeah.
that. Like
that would be one. That would be one of the screenings.
Yeah.
That would be like a Scream. Lost
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because I
Yeah.
didn't see that on the big screen.
Holy
You know.
fuck, so
and
many
that
people come out.
there's
Yeah.
a whole new generation that's like that movie's fucking huge.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
it's great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it got
kids fucking love that
Yeah, they
movie.
it got really like weird recently. Like the amount of people that
Everyone
it became kind of popular.
Yeah. My
It's like, how
tattoo
do you
artist
know
said
about
like
this movie?
18-year-olds come in to get fucking I have some videotapes to return.
no shit.
Like tattooed on them.
Directed by a woman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look at that.
See that?
Look at
See
that.
what happens when it's a movie people fucking want? Amazing, right? Amazing. Elizabeth Banks, dumb bitch. Anyway,
To be fair though, American Psycho didn't do that well when it first came out.
no, yeah.
No, it did
At
not.
all. It became a cult
Yeah.
movie.
Guess what's not going to become a fucking cult movie?
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. Guess what else? Probably not Invisible fucking Woman.
Anything with fucking that bitch. Oh, Kristen
God,
Stewart.
that
I
bitch.
forgot her name.
Yeah, there you go.
Get that bitch.
Get that bitch. All right. So, well, Thursday Night Terrors, December 12th at the Amherst Dipson Theater. They're showing for 7:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And we're doing a Toys for Tots donation.
Ooh, yeah.
Drive.
Bring toys.
Yeah, a new unwrapped children's toys, somewhere in the age range of 8 to 12 years old. We got the one bin almost filled just from Demon Wind, so we got the other one to fill up, and we're also doing a Secret Satan gift exchange. So if you bring,
That's right. I forgot about
Fucking
that.
forgot about that
You got to
too.
put out a
Jesus.
reminder for that
well,
too.
Thank
that's
you for
just-
reminding
Yeah, I
us.
will. I have to
Yeah.
to get the promo cycle going. But yeah, Secret Satan gift exchange. We're only doing that for the 7:30 show. You bring in a new wrapped horror related item, and then you get one in return. You don't know what it's going to be,
Yeah.
and it's just a gamble, man. But you know, in the hopes somebody it's a horror related and it's cool. It could be weird. First time we're doing anything like that, so if it doesn't work, we're not going to do it again, of course.
Yeah.
But figure since it's Christmas, we'll go all out. The first time we're playing a Christmas horror movie,
Hey, man,
Hell
with
yeah.
this
we'll
crew,
give it a
it'll
shot.
work.
You know, so and if like we do come back, it'll probably be towards the end of January, and then go towards May, take a break on the summer. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Maybe work with Nickel City Con again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bring some guests.
That'd be cool. That'd be very
Yeah.
cool. I support that.
Yeah.
Hey Peter, one more
Yes, sir.
one more question back
Of
on this. Who traveled the farthest to come to a terror screening?
There was that person that came from somewhere in Pennsylvania. Was it for American Werewolf in London? Were you there for that?
Yeah.
There was somebody that came from either Pittsburgh or Philly.
That's a hike.
Yeah.
So wait, how many hours away is it?
Well, Pittsburgh's
Pittsburgh's
only
like
4.
Yeah,
Philadelphia is
So,
six.
Philly's-
Remember the one girl came for Demons too
right.
from New York City.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So-
Did that 24-hour thing where
She
came in.
drive
Yeah.
there.
I think she did drive here. Went to the screening, said hello to you, and then
Yeah.
went back.
Huh.
Yeah,
She's just crushing monsters the whole ride. Shit, bang energy.
she's a huge.
That's awesome.
She's one of those Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay,
Booby hey, be nice.
She's not a booby model. She shows her boobies every picture.
Yeah, okay, but she sent me some good bra info, so be nice.
and for that,
Yes.
we thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
She's a big Terrifier fan.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, she always has the Terrifier shirt just above her boobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 She was talking about Demons 2 forever, and then when she saw the
What an interesting movie to be someone's favorite. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I guess I can see it. I don't know.
yeah,
It
I
is
like
one
it.
of those ones where the sequel's way better than the original, but
Would you say you think
I would
Demon 2 is better than the
yeah. I would
Eugene, you
so.
think that too, right?
I
I disagree.
vehemently disagree with
Yeah,
both of you.
I disagree.
Vehemently.
Yeah.
actually, it may be
Hard.
because I
It's
saw
fun.
Demons 2 first
Yeah.
before Demons.
That makes sense.
But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I like Demons.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's because it's more fun that I like it. Like I don't
Really?
yeah.
Demons 2?
Yeah.
The music in the first one's better. They have
You
the
got that,
But the music-
I like the whole thing that
helicopter, the sword,
music's not
motorcycle,
make or
motorcycle
break for me as
sword.
long as
oh
it's
my
not
god, that's so,
bad.
the cocaine scene
Yeah,
in the car.
on the nipple.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite lines with Tony the Pimp is when they're running through the theater and he's opening doors between auditoriums and he's like, "Shit, another door!" and it's just like so flustered
Yeah.
by there being another door.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And there was those Canadians that come to the theater all the time, actually. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's international travel, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Listen,
That's
we
border crossing
yeah.
right
we
there.
have we have some listeners out west. It'd be really cool.
Colorado.
If, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's up, Shane?
Shane, how you doing, bud?
Shane, get on a plane.
Shane, get on a plane.
Nice.
But that's funny because back in the day before Terrors, I used to be the one going to Toronto to see a horror movie I loved,
yeah,
or
man.
driving to Rochester to see Eraserhead. And the whole reason I did, I'm like, I don't want to fucking have to travel outside of Buffalo. I don't want to go to fucking Toronto and go see fucking Dead Ringers. Why can't we just do it here? Nobody else is doing horror like right now. So, and then now people are traveling, from like much bigger cities to come see, movies that we're screening. Which
well, now
is super
some
weird.
asshole's gonna start doing it in Pittsburgh because he's gonna be like, I don't feel like fucking driving all the way to Buffalo, New York.
No,
so.
I dig it. I mean, I never would expect we got all these fucking actors and stuff to start coming too.
Yeah, it's great.
Crypt Keeper and
oh my god, favorite
David Naughton, CJ
Fuck
Graham.
David Naughton.
Who would have thought? I mean, I never would have imagined that. Like that's one of those things where like I just roll with it. You know what I mean? Like, and the things happen like that.
You handle yourself really well around them too.
Thank you.
You come across as like buds.
Yeah,
You're not marking out for them. Exactly. Yeah.
There's
you're
nothing
really
cringier than seeing someone who like has to deal with the celebrity being cringily fangirly.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it's all because they're stuck with you all day, so it's like you could tell it's very awkward for them and painful.
It would depend. It would depend on who. Like you probably catch me being real fanboy. Like if it was Barbara Crampton at the theater, you might see me blush a little. But,
we have it's just real quick. We have this guy in wrestling that always goes out of his way to pick the people, like the big names up from like the airport and stuff, and he has the whole like, let me take you out to dinner, let me take you to your hotel, and then like he always
I just say, I would kill myself if I was that celebrity.
Yeah,
I'd be
I feel
like,
so
wow,
bad 'cause, like,
I'm just gonna toss myself out of this moving car.
This guy's a
We're
fucking
done here.
stooge too, and like these like big names like want to hang out and party and have a good time, but he's like, no, you don't want to go there. Let me take you to Denny's.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me take you to Denny's. Yeah.
Spoons over my head?
Well, yes,
Fuck
but that's
yeah,
besides
man.
the point.
Yeah.
Oh, and I want Denny's.
Yeah, man.
But they did have me like quarterback David Naughton out of the theater for American Werewolf, like CIA agent with him, because after he was done doing the Q&A, we had to get him from the very front of the auditorium up into the lobby. And so doing that, like, I had to like kind of get people out of the way and zigzag because everyone tries to stop him on his way up. So it could take hours to like get him back up to the front to sign shit and take pictures. So for some reason they elected me to like be the quarter, the hut through the crowd with them. So that was unusual.
You are the muscle. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they look good,
But
those look good in 10 years.
real quick, fuck David Naughton, but
Fuck that guy.
shit.
Yeah, dude fucking beat his wife.
Yeah, I didn't know that beforehand.
I didn't want to.
That's why I wasn't there.
I didn't want to spoil it for you.
I'm not meeting this stupid
You
fuck.
told him that before.
Did I?
No, I didn't know about it until
No.
afterwards.
I told him after
Afterwards.
the fact.
I could have sworn you told him that.
I had mentioned to you that's why I wasn't
I
going.
remember that.
Yeah. I was very much against that,
Sworn you said-
which sucks because I fucking love.
No, I think that was amongst us.
Yeah.
I brought it up to him afterwards.
No.
I
I didn't-
fucking
he
love
was- he
American
was so
Werewolf in London.
excited.
I wanted to go so bad, but then I was like, I will not be in the same room as that man. Yeah.
It's that whole like.
Well, if it's any consolation, he was probably the least favorite of the people we had.
Yeah.
So,
That makes me feel a lot better.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because John Kassir killed it. He was hysterical. And CJ Graham, like, you can't.
No, not a
That's the
CJ
one
Graham.
He rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, I loved him.
Oh my god!
Oh my
In the
god.
back of the head.
I want to
Isn't it
know
like
to
that
adopt
beefcake
me.
thing though?
No, it's not a beefcake thing.
It's a
that-
testosterone
There
thing.
can
Yeah.
only be one.
Yeah, I know.
It's a
right?
T thing.
It's not a
Eugene pulls a
testosterone
sword
thing.
out.
I did not like the way he talked to the audience, and he talked to some of the people that asked him questions in the Q&A afterwards. He was
doing like a Bruce Campbell thing.
He
I
was
think.
doing like a little fool of himself, and he was like, "Oh, how about you? Now you sit down. How about you? Oh no, you sit down." Like he was just very condescending and shit. I thought it was just me, but I asked Kat. I was like, "Did this guy rub you the wrong way?" She's like, "Yeah, he was a fucking asshole."
Oh.
What?
Yep. I mean, you guys were all eating it up, but I mean, I was just like,
I wasn't there.
Like it was just.
We were at a con in Pittsburgh,
I
and
thought
he was a fucking peach.
I'm sure it was a peach thing.
Yeah.
It was
I
just-
thought that was his shtick, like teasing, like
Yeah.
teasing people.
He's having fun.
And he was making fun. It sounded like and there was the one guy that was asking like 5 million questions.
Yeah.
He kind of got a little shitty with him too. Like it was just I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, see, I digested that as all fun. I thought that was
that
all.
whole interaction. I was like, oh,
Huh.
yeah,
Wow, it's all
Shit.
coming out.
Rubbed me the wrong
It's
way.
all coming out.
yeah.
And I was only teasing about the beefcake thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eugene's very upset.
I know.
about
Yeah, I
it.
thought it was all beef on beef. That was
Yeah.
the thing, you know.
Like, dude, man, you got muscles. I got muscles.
Yeah.
What's up?
I don't like it. Yeah.
Okay, well, to close again.
On that note,
Again, terrors. In case you forgot, in the last 20 fucking minutes, I said it. Terrors go December 12th. Amherst Dipson, travel for it. Shane, get on a plane. Guys, come out. It's gonna be a good time. Bring an unwrapped toy for a child age 8 through 12.
Yeah.
Is a good age
Yeah,
to do it.
preferable.
Yeah, it's preferable. Obviously, we'll take whatever, but you would also prefer that those ages are the ones that are hardest to fill for kids. So
Yeah.
do that. Yeah, if you're going to the 7:30 showing, make sure that you bring a gift. Didn't we do like a range, anything under like $20, something like that?
$20.
Oh, yeah,
max,
$20
maximum.
$20 maximum. So
We got the
literally, if
raffle
you
still.
have like an extra toy chilling in your house and you want to fucking wrap it up and bring it, do it. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. And then as far as we go, so Peter, where can you find Thursday Night Terrors information?
So we have Facebook. It's just search Thursday Night Terrors. It'll come up. We're also on Instagram at Thursday Night Terrors. We're on Twitter at Thursday Terrors. An email is thursdaynightterrors@gmail.com. My personal IG is Peter from the Theater.
Yeah.
And Strudel's got an Instagram now. It's
I saw
official
that.
Strudel boy.
Followed him right away.
Strudel's mine and Nicole's cat with thumbs. So give official Strudel boy a follow.
And
That cat's got some fucking personality, man.
he does.
Yeah.
For more shit like this, you can find us on literally everywhere. All the platforms, streaming. We're on the Insta, we're on the Twitter, we're on the Facebook, we're on the emails. Been getting a few emails lately, so keep reaching out, guys. That's super cool. Same with Twitter. I mean, yeah, we get like the Twitter DMs and stuff, people asking us to look at their movies and everything, so really excited to do that this weekend.
Wow.
Excited to check out this horror hotel.
Yeah, it's an Amazon Prime one where we just got asked to look at that one. So if you have Amazon Prime, you want to check out, what is it, Hotel Horror?
Return to Horror Hotel.
Return to Horror Hotel. I was close.
Amazon Prime or is the original Horror Hotel on Amazon Prime?
Let's see.
Ooh, I there's
I may have
two.
read this wrong. Yeah, I think I read this wrong.
Return to Horror Hotel is that? Aren't they just making it, or is it just
Maybe.
Watch
Well, the-
Return to Horror Hotel, Amazon.com.
Yeah, it's the return because that's the one they want us to leave a review for too. So
Let's see.
I don't know. We'll look, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll check.
But yeah, so find us then. Any guys have anything to add?
May I
Yes,
You may.
ask a few things of you for upcoming episodes?
sure.
How about best of the decade, best of the 2010s,
We planned on. Getting on that
best of 2019? I love those. I
Yep.
love to hear that
That'll
stuff.
come up.
Yep.
Best soundtrack episode, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
that's a good
Favorite
one.
soundtrack episode.
Huh?
And then throw in clips of the songs. Have Pat get 'em in
Pat, putting Pat to work.
Yeah. Put in Cry Little Sister here. You know what I mean? Fade
there you
that
go. My
Yeah,
the
parts that won't
entirety
get
of
us in trouble.
the entirety of mine will just be the soundtrack of
in.
It Follows.
My Chemical
so-
Romance.
Yeah, that too.
A soundtrack to what?
It Follows.
Oh,
So
I fucks with that.
yeah, so good.
Same.
All right. On that note, I'm Drew.
I'm Eugene.
I'm Drew the Bush.
And I'm Peter Vulo.
And Peter, what do we say here?
We say goodbye.
We bleep
Thank
it. We
you.
bleep this part.
Yes, we.
Gerbil!
A Christmas horror. That's what I wanted to say too.